Hello, good evening, and welcome to Garblag Games. We are here for episode 8
Oh my
Neat.
Oh,
Yes.
of
gosh.
The Haunted Host of Hoxne Hall. Nice long-running game.
Yeah.
And my screen just did something funky. Never mind. Okay, it's stopped doing that now. Thanks for joining us this evening. We left on a little bit of a cliffhanger last week. You will note that the Reverend Huntington Greaves is once again pensively curling his moustache.
Yep.
And unfortunately, good Sir Stefano can't join us tonight because he's snowed under with outrageous workloads and he's terrified that everybody's going to kill him for being a vampire.
Yeah.
No,
In real
no,
life,
no,
like
no,
that's a
no.
concern Safino actually has. Is that he's
Also, his
vampiric.
moustache has got so large, it's
It no
unwieldy.
longer fits
and
on screen.
He can't fit his headset on anymore, so it's
That is a hazard.
it is.
Now, I have been asked to remind folks about
Stuff.
their Twitch subscriptions from
yes.
Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime subscription, don't forget that you get a fabulous freebie. So if you've got your Amazon Prime Twitch subscription and it's gone to sleep like mine does sort of once a month, please don't forget to resubscribe to us. Or if you feel like throwing enormous sacks of cash our way or Amazon's way or Twitch's way, you can do that as well. Preferably our way, because Jeff Bezos doesn't need it as much as we do.
And we only accept like the novelty-sized cartoon bags
Absolutely.
of cash. So
They have to have a large,
Yeah.
currency symbol on them.
Yeah.
I will accept a bag that says swag on it in lieu of currency symbols.
Oh
Ooh.
gosh.
Branching out.
Or
Yeah.
2d12 assorted gems. That as well.
But then we have to roll on a separate table for which gems they are.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
takes
yeah.
longer.
But they're 12-sided dice, so they're lovely, so don't worry about it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not bad. We're sidetracked in the first minute.
Yeah, that's the power I wield.
I blame
There's
Nye.
no way this can go badly. Now, when last we met our intrepid band of merry adventurers, they had been joined by the strange and curiously familiar Sister Euphemia,
Hello there, and how are you?
who looks remarkably like Albrecht von Wagner,
No, I don't know what
wearing
you're
a
talking
habit,
about. No,
but claims to have
no.
no knowledge of the gentleman other than as friends.
That's what we call ourselves. Yes.
Pete, you can do the recap this week.
Sorry, me?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
You
Where do we
always get
begin?
away
I was
with
going to
it.
say good because I can't remember what happened.
Yeah.
So-
And I'm banned from ever giving recaps.
I was here,
again.
wasn't I? I was just typing something in the chat. So we started off having just sort of put to rest the bridge horse. Was it called a bridge horse?
Brookmere.
Brookmere.
Yeah, there we go.
Brook
Yeah.
horse, yeah.
Brook horse.
Horsemere, whatever.
With
No,
some
the mares are the so-called hump demons.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
With some jumping and some dragging and some water skiing behind
Yeah.
and various other bits and bobs. Albrecht was left behind. It definitely was Albrecht at that point. Left behind at the pub, which I think he somehow managed to like get the deeds for or something. I don't know. I think that's what he was aiming for, but he didn't quite get there. And he was trying to stay clear of the little folk who were there. And what did we do? We had a bit of breakfast. We went to bed. We had a bit of breakfast. Albrecht stayed over. We then carried on talking in the morning, and then I realised that I didn't have my pocket watch, which is very dear to me, and that I'd given it to Albrecht when I'd leapt onto the back of the horse in case I died or it got lost somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was like suddenly like, right, we've got to go, and we managed to get everyone into the car. But before we left, oh no, that was later on, wasn't it? We went down to the pub. We asked for Albrecht. Albrecht had, for some reason, decided to sneak out the back. Didn't want to puke in the car. I think that was it, because the car's hasn't got very good suspension. So.
No.
Or any suspension. Whereas
Yeah,
I was
few too many
loving the
words in that
car.
sentence.
I was absolutely loving the car. And then Albrecht was walking back. We got back. at the same time as Agnes had done some research into the Revenant, and there was various bits of information gathered together about how we might block it off from its crypt, how we might defeat it, some of the things we might need to do with religious symbols, etc. And then we decided that we were going to head off and check it out at the kind of copse near the blasted tree inn, where there's a story about a highwayman who all the local people got together and hanged him in a tree, and then a lightning bolt came down and split the tree, and that's why it's called the blasted tree. That copse, that area. So we said, right, let's go. And Albrecht said, one moment, please. And ein Moment, bitte, and went off. And Albrecht didn't come back. But Sister Euphemia, that's right, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
aye.
Yes. Came along, a nun appeared as if from nowhere, with
Full beard.
with a beard,
A little bit, just a little one.
and
Sophisticated.
similar goatee to the Doctor, and so we all had a moment, and then we got in the car and decided to go, and we had a bit of a conversation in the car on the way there, and we all figured out that cool, yeah, you know.
Yeah, we were just like,
We
oh, yeah.
did. There were weirder things in the world. We were like, oh, we're off to go and fight an undead creature. The Doctor wearing a habit is not. It's not. You know, let's go. So there was a brief conversation. It turns out that Albrecht doesn't believe in any of the Vaesen
Supernatural.
ghosty supernatural
Yeah.
stuff. Thinks it's all in the mind. Whereas Sister Euphemia very much believes in that they are the works of the devil, and that Jesus will save all.
Which I
And her
love.
revolver. I like, she's like, I've got my Bible, I've got my cross, and my revolver. And it's like, cool. I like the nun. And we went down to the corpse. I'm just going to get the map up for our viewers, which was here, which has got these little ruins in. And there we started tromping around in the series of small walls with Tony Robinson. And we, after a while, we sort of spotted a few bits here and there. And then I climbed a tree and looked down from the position where the hangman's rope had been. You see it like burn through the tree. And saw a little depression in the ground. And then Millicent quite boldly just like, right, let's go and open it up. And then I was covering it with a gun. Agnes was there, or sort of ducking back. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Agnes that
was
had to
the one
open it with the
had to
crowbar.
open it, yeah.
Oh yes, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. with
Millicent
my-
couldn't open it up, and then Agnes went
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah.
And
And then I retreated.
and then
because
you
it was
ran up-
fucking
yeah, yeah.
terrifying.
yeah, and you were like, ah! And then we sort of looked down into the hole, and there was like an underground kind of tunnely, caverny. Couldn't quite tell because it was pitch black, but something
definitely
moved. Yeah. And then I think Millicent and I went.
This is where you pull out like one of those old timey grenades and just like fire in the hole.
Yes, that was just the point at which we had reached. Down in this hole under the ruined house, something had moved.
Oh gosh. Oof. I'm staying right where I am. I'm not getting anywhere close. I'm just like, nope.
You'd
Nope.
just seen it, but the hatch had been covered with leaves and dead animals.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
smell coming out of it is very, very bad.
Yeah.
Would you say like festering, like rotting flesh?
Certainly
Bad?
worse than German sausage.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about, but oh my word,
Delayed
that
kind of-
smells.
My brain just caught up with how like harsh that one is. Oh,
Yeah, there appears to be some kind of figure down in the darkness, moving around. You can't make out exactly how big it is, but there's definite shufflings happening down there.
Hello!
Who goes there? Friend or foe?
click.
Millicent just got a reroll from non-anomaly. Thank you, non-anomaly.
Hey,
Thank you.
There's a sort of dry moan from down below.
Hello, have you let Jesus into your life?
I just got a reroll.
Could the people who are looking into the hole quickly make an investigation check?
Sure
Yes.
can.
Oh, I would love to.
While we're doing this, I never asked. Or maybe I was told. What is the sisters? What's the term I'm looking for? Denomination, is that the term? Like what church is the sister with?
Oh,
Is
well, you
that-
didn't ask, so you
Oh, I
don't
didn't.
know.
That's fine. That's fine. I just was checking. It wasn't. the
I'm gonna.
standard.
Shall I? Oh, Albrecht's got it. I was gonna use my reroll, but then I saw Albrecht's 2. I
sister.
was like,
Yes,
With
so
her
we've got loads of
massive
dice. I don't know how I
revolver.
failed that.
Oh, wait, I should
Yeah.
rename my character, because that'd be the wrong name.
Curiously, Sister Euphemia, you notice that one of the shadowy shapes stands up taller and straighter.
What do you mean,
Oh,
one of the
what-
shadow shapes?
You can see now that there are 2 shapes down there rather than one large slithering one.
Two of you!
One of them
Oh,
breaks
that's
away from the
nice.
other, and in the almost
that's not
light
good.
that you can see,
Oh, that's not good.
it brings one of its arms up to its head in a sort of almost mockery of a salute
Oh, hello there. I'm
when the
not.
lieutenant speaks.
oh shit.
One of your friends?
I think this is one of your boys.
Oh no, no.
Name and rank.
We didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat
Could I?
that?
Could
I'm
I
gonna step
hear
into the
that
hole.
moan?
Oh, my God.
Oh
They
god.
drop straight
I-
down if you do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
'cause
that's fine.
there's a
I'm
little
gonna
ladder.
drop. I'm gonna hand my rifle to
What?
whoever's nearby. Perhaps Millicent. I don't
Hello.
know.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
pass this
Two
down to me
guns
once I'm
now.
down?
Okay,
Yes,
make
of
an
course.
agility check then.
I will Matt just like down into the hole.
And you do
So
that
I
thing
fall and
everyone
break
does
my
There's
when
ankle.
no
they don't-
ladder there to speak of
Lieutenant
anymore.
Thomas
That's a ruin.
Cranthorne died in a dark hole.
Well, I was going
beneath
to say
a
you do that
hangman's
thing
tree.
that everybody makes a mistake of, where you don't bend your knees on impact. You just land and you go, oh,
So
oh my.
obviously he lands, he goes down on one knee, drops his head, puts one fist to the floor,
Yep.
and then
Naturally,
3-point
yeah,
1
landing.
second
style.
later brings his head up.
You're Lieutenant Iron Manning.
I'm gonna
Oh,
reroll.
dear.
I'm gonna reroll.
Oh, he's going to reroll.
I'm gonna use the
Yes.
reroll that
Good plan.
non-anomaly. Thank you, non-anomaly. Gave me. So here we go.
I was going to get some damage in on a player for a minute there.
You wish you get to roll your damage.
Yes. That
Non-anomaly.
That is
I
all
love
you
you.
needed to not be damaged. So you drop down into the hole, and your military training kicks back in.
Bend to the
And
knees.
you sort
Yeah, and you bend to the knees on it. Oh,
of
yes.
bend at the
please.
knees and
Only the penitent man will pass.
I like that. Yeah, that's what your drill sergeant taught you. Always bend the knees. When is that ever going to be useful, sir? No, don't
Yeah.
question it.
I'm going to pass your gun down and say, Agnes, get down there.
No, I do. No, I heard.
Oh,
No.
out of my way! I will banish these fell beasts.
See, the sisters got it.
Did we
We
have
need
a
to-
light source?
Yes,
We
I've got
have
one. I've got a
Jesus
lantern.
in
Yeah,
our
pass
hearts.
Pass it down. Pass it down.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
passing it down.
I'm gonna put my rifle over my shoulder. I'm gonna put the lantern up like this, and I'm gonna draw the sword that I had,
I love. Yeah, I love.
and
the
I'm gonna
idea.
step forward into
your
the.
your
Got it.
sword glints in the lantern light, a
Fucking hell.
faint ember glow flashing along the edge of the blade as you turn the lantern around and reveal the
Uh-oh.
corpse-like visage
Oh, of course.
of a young man
Oh no.
wearing the uniform. Oh God, what's your regiment again?
7th Brigade.
7th Brigade. He's wearing
Yep.
7th Brigade uniform.
Oh god.
Top
Uh,
factory.
Battered, torn, damaged, and muddy. His trousers have seen better days. His boots are caked in filth. But it's his face, thin, dried out, drawn, the eye sockets completely empty, as he sort of shuffles round to face you, still with this salute arm held high.
Oh
And
god.
behind him, you see another figure clad in the same uniform, starting to crawl its way up the wall behind him. And it tilts its head all the way over and looks at you. And then I would like you to make a fear roll, if you please.
Have the other ones, my Foxtrot battery, have they been able to do the head bendy thing before?
You've not seen them do the head bendy thing before.
Okay.
It's the head
Okay.
bendy that's calling for the fear check.
Right, so it's logic, isn't it?
It's logic or
Empathy.
empathy.
I won't use empathy.
Yeah, good choice.
If anyone in chat could give me another reroll, that would be awesome. Hopefully, heroic moment where I don't run in fear from the very things I'm trying
You
to
don't have to
find
run,
and
you
kill.
could attack. You could attack. You could freeze.
Don't
you could
faint.
Faint.
Yeah,
there
it's
we
fine.
go.
You don't have to run away.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You can
you
attack.
Freeze, you can
Probably-
faint,
Oh, that's-
and you can attack.
Okay, well, I'll
You
probably.
also
Oh,
can't
Narrative
run
Zeka.
away.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sergeant Rabbit. Here we go.
Thank you.
Ah, I passed.
You passed anyway. The horror of this young man who you partly trained.
Jenkins.
You knew this boy, and watching his head tilt all the way backwards, clearly symbolizing a horrendously broken neck, no usable throat to speak of, sends a cold shiver through you. But you steel yourself. You know these boys are dead. You knew they died. Seeing them here is an insult to their memory.
I'm sorry, boys. I let you go once before. I failed you. I won't fail you now. I got to step forward. Yeah.
Nice. Let's have a close combat roll then.
Oh dear.
I'm waiting for the sister to be like, Jesus is coming.
Beat one to
Has the
death with
sister
a
jumped
Bible.
down yet?
I'm happy to have backup from
yes.
Jesus. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Jesus save me.
I'm going to.
Jesus is your wingman.
It is a strike, and you injure. Well,
Oh, should I have rolled my? Oh no, that's fine.
I do like the way you're saying that. You injure it mortally. Oh wait, no, it's dead. Never
No,
mind.
it's dead.
Never mind. Yep.
As you
your
were.
sword slashes through the fabric of his uniform jacket, parting the dried and parched flesh of his chest, and
Oh.
fragments of bone peek out
Not
through the
sensitive.
gap.
Ooh.
That would have been a horrendous injury
Yeah. No, I know they
It
don't
was
normally
not a
sort of go
zombie.
down from that, but it helps
To
to
a
keep
living
them
man.
at bay.
but yeah, you've sort of pushed him back.
Can anyone tell me what a sword does in terms of damage? Because I can't get the
It's-
PDF up at the moment. Is it 1 or 2?
Two
2 for a sword.
then yeah, because it's a middle. Oh no, I think it's actually a pretty rare type melee weapon, isn't it? Or is there rarer? I know rifles are like crazy good.
Rifle damage is 2, but it can obviously you can do a range. So
Yeah.
I just wondered what a sword was and what the bonus was. But anyway, I will. My intention is to smash the lantern into his face. Not in a. That sounds disrespectful. I'm doing it with a kind of a grim
Sorry, I went mute.
duty that I have to fulfill. That's kind of the look on my face.
Okay.
Right, Sister Euphemia, I believe you were dropping down into the.
Yes, I'm
The
leaping
ninja
into
nun.
the arms of Jesus.
You should sing a hymn, a battle hymn.
But while leaping, could you also make an agility roll?
No, probably not.
You do have a reroll. No, they
Jesus
gave a
saves
reroll
those
to
who
the good
saved
sister.
themselves.
Fair enough.
I'm the only one that doesn't get reroll.
I have all the agility of an Austrian psychiatrist.
Funny
You
that.
leap into the fray.
Just to say,
Oh.
none.
Are you going to use your reroll?
Nope.
Okay, please take a point of physical damage. So that takes you to exhausted. Like,
Oh, blimey.
all your breath is knocked out of you by your landing.
Oh dear,
Oh,
he
heavens.
didn't catch me, man.
You notice that the lieutenant is somewhat busy engaging some kind of demonic creature in sword play.
I will get out my cross.
Is it Satan or is there some other demon that does zombies or is it just Satan?
There'd be Beelzebub, the Lord of the
Yeah.
Flies. Oh, there'd be so many demons. I shall educate your young lady when we're not doing this.
Well, I'm really far off listening to these moans.
Millicent or
and,
Agnes, is there anything that you wanted to do?
Can I target with my rifle from where I am without shooting either of them?
Well,
It
that's-
won't be easy. You would need
Yeah.
2 successes to
Please don't
hit
shoot
rather
me.
than 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
because you're shooting in a awkward
should we
angle.
try? Why
Yeah,
not?
give it a
Yeah.
go.
Thread
why
the
not?
needle.
Ben's not cruel.
No.
Yes.
Enough.
You were in the mutant game.
I know. I'm hoping if I say it in front of an audience, you'll have to agree with it.
Good luck, Knight.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, look at that.
Deadeye Millicent.
Holy cats, yeah.
At the boarding school, that's what they called her.
You're shot. Which one were you going for?
Whichever.
Bendy
one's
head or
closest
slashy
to-
chest?
Which one's closer to either the sister or
The
Lieutenant?
closest one to you
Would be-
is bendy head.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go bendy head.
Oh, is Bendyhead trying to escape to us? Or is Bendyhead going?
No,
another
bendy
way?
head was just like climbing up the wall.
That's
That's
super
totally
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
With the bendy head.
That's extra creepy. Okay. Oh, I don't like that.
I've seen Pan's Labyrinth. I know how to do creepy.
Oh no. Don't remind me.
So your shot slams into bendy head. Oh, Jenkins, as the lieutenant named him.
Yep.
And knocks him from the wall back onto the floor with a huge chunk taken out of the shoulder. His ear is blown completely off. You can see the side of his skull through his head now.
He does that thing that spiders do when they fall off the wall and just like legs scrambling really quickly in terror. And you're like, oh no, another guy. Oh, no,
Agnes,
I'm right up. Yep. Okay. So I see 2 of the group jump down the hall.
so 2 of them have leapt down a hole.
Yep.
The third one's just
And
laid down in front of the hole
shooting,
and
yeah.
started shooting into it.
So using all my wilds, I think, okay, there's a rumble going on down there. Do I have the skills to pay the bills to actually be worth going down there? Because my agility is shite, and I will hurt myself going down there,
Is
regardless.
it worse
of
than
what.
mine, do you reckon?
And you got
But
physique
instead
5.
of jumping down there, you could kind of lower yourself
I'd be
down
rolling
there.
2
Yeah.
dice alone.
But you could do it on force
one of
instead
their
of agility
shoulders.
if you lower yourself down.
Isn't that your physique though, Knight? So
Oh,
you,
agility.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, agility
of
is a
course.
physique-based
It's a
thing.
physique-
Oh, that'd be
based thing.
5 then. That's not too
Yeah, yeah.
bad. Yeah. Okay.
that's better
So
than
you
the
front
rest of
flip
us.
Yeah,
down the
I had
hole.
Yeah,
two.
it is.
So
That's-
stop your whinging and get down here.
I will.
You've also got 2
okay then.
rerolls.
Oh, do
Agnes.
I?
One of you
Oh.
gentlemen give her a leg down.
Oh,
I'm
no,
in
now
hand-to-hand
just gonna
combat,
jump
sorry.
down.
Without
Yeah,
looking.
I'm just gonna jump down on that notion. All right, cool. I'll make a jump down.
I will say that over my shoulder. I'm very sorry. I'm currently engaged in hand-to-hand combat.
They are not touching me.
At least
I
you
will
would have the
jump down
skills,
on my own.
Thomas.
Right, I'm gonna jump.
Oh, you
0
just got
successes.
owned in chat there, Nye.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, Nye always complains about not getting rerolls, and then when someone gives it to him, he doesn't use it.
Yeah, I don't. It's a pride issue.
Truth
I've got to
hurts.
fail on my own terms.
And
Give
Jem
me the
says you've got
rerolls.
to
I
use
will
your
use them
skirts
all
as a
day.
parachute.
Oh, a skirt parachute would be great. I want one of them.
Right,
Yeah, I failed. So
you failed. So please also take a point of physical damage.
I have
Okay,
very
that's-
large trousers. Would they work as well?
No, they're more floats.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
when you're in
yeah.
the river,
Just a
Yeah, yeah,
you've
parachute.
got-
Damn
The
it.
dirigible.
yeah.
That reminds
How
me
do
of
I-
the Hale and Pace song about being Scottish.
Oh my
How
god.
do I? Oh gosh.
Let's
How
not
do
get
I
offensive
mark
this early in the
damage
evening,
Going
Ben.
back a bit.
They were
It's only
called the
9:30.
McHammer.
How do I mark damage again? Do I just like?
On your character sheet, there is conditions, physical.
Mm.
This would be exhausted.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, just what I need to get into a fight. I'm exhausted, and I'm a punchy.
Well, exhausted is still
type.
better than battered.
Yes,
These are
I know.
your sort of health levels. You go exhausted, battered, wounded, broken.
No, I remember that. I just
I look
doesn't
forward
use a
to
Word
that.
document. Yes, I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and that's my go.
And that's your
essentially.
go.
A run.
So then,
Knife.
Please don't kill me.
Warburton, who's the soldier with the slashed chest.
Oh,
We know him
God,
simply
no,
as
such
Sparrow,
adorable
most of
name.
us.
He sort of reeled back a little bit, and he's going to come forward and try and swing. So he's got quite a good physique, but is not terribly good at fighting. So he takes a big haymaker swing at the lieutenant, and his shot goes wide, and he sort of swings himself round slightly
Jesus is with us.
at an uncomfortable angle.
What happens
I
when
pretend I
Jesus
parried
isn't
it.
with us?
Have at ye, spawn of Satan.
Jenkins, meanwhile, attempts to roll over
Oh, God.
and crawl towards Sister Euphemia, but does a terrible, terrible job of it and rolls into the wall and is now sort of scrabbling sideways at the wall,
See, your evilness will never triumph.
which takes us back to the lieutenant.
Very well. I will slam the lantern into Warburton's chest. I'm sorry, Sparrow. I'm sending you off to see the other boys. Let's have a go. See if I
And
can do
light
this.
disappears. Oh, I guess if he's on fire.
No, he'll be
then-
on fire.
Oh, yeah, my brain just kind of.
He's quite dry.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. I'm assuming it would be
Fire
like
makes
tinder.
more fire.
Right. Do I have? I think I got another reroll. I did.
Yes,
Yes.
I-
Narrative
yeah, you
Detective
did.
gave me
Swipe.
one, but I didn't use
I
it.
didn't
Right. Here we go.
swipe left for him.
Here we go.
I think he-
Ha
So you smash the lantern into Warburton's chest, and it crashes open, spills oil all over the
Can I kind of step
dry
back while I do
fabric,
that?
and he goes up like a candle.
Mm.
Suddenly the room is quite well lit. You can see that it's
Oh, that's better.
some kind of root cellar or underground hideaway. The area that you're in,
Ooh.
there is an L shape that curves away, and that's the corner that Jenkins is currently stuck on.
He is like a
Warburton has
spider.
staggered backwards on fire into some dry wooden shelves,
Oh gosh.
which spill old crockery onto the floor with a crash and a tinkle.
The whole
Having a
room
wee
goes
tinkle
up.
there.
It's now much better lit down there, Millicent, if you wish to take another shot.
I will take another shot. Mm. One. Quite good with this rifle.
Cool, Pete, can you roll me a D66 as well?
Oh, hello. Is that on the character sheet?
Yeah.
Aha.
I don't feel this is good.
No,
No.
no, no.
34.
Could be like a
Knee-jerk.
No,
disorder
this
or
was
something.
this is to work out how injured Warburton is.
Oh, okay. Good.
Is now broken. And you hear something snap
Oh,
in
okay.
his back as he crashes backwards into the shelves, and he slides down to the floor with
Oh,
his
no.
spine broken. His legs are no longer moving.
Oh. Oh God. That's. Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, I know you'd be a spawn of Satan and all, but oh, that does not look comfy.
No.
Millicent,
Oh, God.
do you want to use your reroll, or do you want to accept success with a cost?
Because it was two
Oh.
That
successes still
cost
to
is
hit.
one of our heads.
I gotta
Yeah,
get
probably
hit.
mine.
Oh, let's
No, I know it's expendable.
Oh,
Let's
risk it for the
re-roll.
biscuit. Oh.
Success at a cost. Go on.
This is why I don't take the
Re-rolled now.
rerolls.
No, no.
Okay, your shot goes wild and takes a chunk out of the wall, right
Oh,
next
okay.
to where Jenkins is flailing wildly.
Oh,
And
that's
a big
okay.
chunk of dirt and an old brick falls out of the wall, but doesn't actually injure him.
Does the brick not hit him?
Well, it lands on him, but
No, it kind of covered the dirt covers him a little bit. He's like, oh God.
yeah, you've ruined his chance of doing makeup tutorials on YouTube.
Oh.
Sister Euphemia.
Hello.
Hello.
And how are you?
Start chanting.
Ah, yes, I would like to get out my cross, my symbol of my faith, and approach the quivering demon upon the floor and start to exorcise him.
Well, he's already doing quite a lot of exercise.
Oh gosh.
Someone did not need to go there. Abjurate te spiritus nequisem!
Okie dokie. You shout at the zombie.
With the cross.
With the
Take
cross
it
out.
to
Yeah, you
symbol of
cross
faith.
out.
It
You're
gets
shouting at
more
the zombie.
powerful.
Yes.
It also was a Christian.
It's difficult to see if anything happens from its position of already laying on the floor, flailing wildly with a brick on it. So maybe in your head, you've had some powerful effect.
Yes. The fires of Jesus burn within his evil soul.
That'd be it. That'll be what's
Fires of
happening.
oil burn against his comrades.
And
body.
Agnes.
Okay, well, seeing the sister start saying words at it, I go, okay, and I run over and boot it in the head as hard as I can.
The boot of Christ compels you.
Boot or crowbar?
Did I get a bonus for using the crowbar? No, because it's not a weapon, so
It's not a weapon, no.
Nah, I'll use my
So 6 1 half a dozen of the other. I just wasn't sure what your favour would be.
my foot.
Okay, roll your
so-
close combat then.
Okay, well, it's just my physique because I have no close combat.
Boot.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's 2 successes. Very good,
2
yeah.
successes. That is indeed quite impressive. You punt Jenkins's head, which is already quite loose and wobbly,
Mhm.
and it cracks over to one side
Oh,
and is now laying flush against his shoulder.
see, sister, that's how you deal with them. I'm just looking at her.
I'm going to say fire
Arrow.
works well.
Then
No, my feet are getting
Oh, shit.
lunges forwards at the lieutenant on fire and grabs hold of your ankle and starts sort of
no.
pulling himself up you by his
dear.
arms.
I'm
Ow.
glad I didn't set on fire.
I mainly covered his lower body in fire.
No, it's pretty sure it was his face.
His
Yeah,
chest,
well, chest.
Right.
which his arms are
unfortunately,
attached to.
That does a further 2 points of damage to you. Now you
Oh,
haven't
no.
taken.
I haven't taken any
damage
damage
yet. Oh, so you're okay. You
still
are.
exhausted.
You're on. You've got exhausted and battered.
Does that
Do you-
have any mechanical effect?
Mechanically, nothing too dramatic. It means you're
No.
2 dice down on physical rolls.
That's pretty
Yeah,
Oh, is
dramatic.
that all?
Which is
Is
why I
that
was
all?
impressed,
Dramatic,
which is
isn't it?
2.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
2
wow.
dice down.
That's
on
knackering.
Physical
What's the
rolls,
bonus on
yeah.
a sword? I haven't been adding the bonus from my sword.
The
2.
bonus I've been doing was 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Rifles 2 as well.
Oh, actually, that's not just any old sword either, is it?
No.
It's a cavalry sword.
So
It's
a
also Brigadier.
shiny Brigadier's
boys.
cavalry sword that was given
Oh
to him.
shit! Yeah, it is. Holy
Yes.
Christ! Yeah.
So it's a bit special, that one.
It's a bit
So I'm a bit burnt.
Yes, you are a little bit
do
on
I
fire.
do I get like religious powers because I say Christ and Jesus a lot? Like just like
No, you get damned.
Your
Ah,
religious
no.
powers are having just as much effect as Sister Euphemia's.
Ah, so they're working.
Millicent,
It's all about faith.
So who
Gotta
is
have
still
faith.
moving? There's a guy on fire trying to climb
yeah,
up.
it's
I
kind
not
of
get to
difficult
whack
to
him
get a
back?
shot in now because
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
sorry, it's not even your go. It's Jenkins's go. What am I doing going to Millicent?
oh yeah, I
My
just
bad.
he's gonna grab one of us.
No.
So Jenkins is now sort of flailing blindly with its arms. You can see the ends of its fingers are completely worn away. The bones of its fingers are extruded out of the end of its desiccated,
Oh, that's not right.
Oh,
like
that's
razor sharp little bone claws, and it's flailing them wildly, and you're sort of able to dodge and jump out of
Yeah.
the way.
like it's like skipping.
Well,
Hey,
it
jump,
can't actually
hey.
see what it's doing because its head's pointing in completely the wrong direction for its body. Then we come back around to the top, and it's the lieutenant's go. Sorry about that.
Can I drag in freeing myself? Can I try and haul Warburton onto Jenkins?
Oh wow, that's like a wrestling move.
Yeah, like
You
I'm gonna
can
fall
make-
backwards, and as he
Yeah.
climbs up my body, I'm gonna like kick him.
Yeah.
All right,
Whoa.
you can make a force check.
You can certainly try.
Not like Jedi force check. That would be too cool for words.
You should.
You can make a
should, like-
force check, and each success that you do can be translated into an action.
So like lifts him up
So
and like swings him
off,
over himself and lands.
Push
So
him.
this is a stunt move, basically.
Get off, push him off. Yeah, so you need
Okay.
two
Oh, I
successes
love that.
to.
Okay.
Actually, you'll need
God.
3 successes in total because you've
Not sure I
got to
can.
not push him into the other
Grab-
2.
Oh yeah, and you're down 2 as well
I'm-
from being
uh,
exhausted.
Yeah, I can't actually do what I'm trying to do.
Do you want to just like push him away?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to
'Cause
push
then
him
you need
away.
1 for that.
Sorry, I love the drama of what you're trying to do, but at the minute you've got 2 other people
Oh,
in the way.
Yeah,
and
no,
he's
it's fine.
holding
It's
on to
fine.
you.
No, I'm like,
Oh, no, that's
haha, I'll do this. Oh no, we're a bit cramped in here.
And you're realizing as you're being burnt, you're like, oh, actually, you know what? I should just get him off me. That's
I'm
probably
just,
priority.
calling up with his hands. I'm just gonna try as he lets go with one hand to grab higher. I'm gonna try and chop the other hand off.
Nice.
Nice.
Really aggressive cliff.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Well, it's like he's,
Can I-
he's like a cat right now when they like scrot.
Can I use my reroll?
Did you not already use? Oh no, you didn't use your reroll. You hit him.
No.
last
Hit
round, didn't
him,
you? So
yeah.
you've still got your reroll.
Oh, I just got another one.
Oh,
You
they spoiling
spoiler.
you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Right, here we go. Let's give it another go.
I'm too prideful.
Oh.
I'm gonna need that second reroll.
There's Volcane saying, "Don't worry, if it's revenge you want, I'll give you a reroll on Thursday."
Oh my lord.
Okay, so you take your swing with
Yeah.
your
Slowly.
saber,
Exhausted, even though it's not
but in
like-
close combat and with him climbing up you, you can't get the leverage.
Yeah.
So you're trying to sort of drive the sword up under his armpit. But even though he's dry and desiccated and on fire, he's still quite well held together.
Mhm.
Legs are dangling uselessly, but the arms are still working and the torso is ablaze. Oh, that's the point. Ablaze.
Yeah, teacher. I
Kept
was about to say,
together by
Also
rage
on
teacher,
and
does fire
fire.
carry damage or?
Ooh.
Because
Right. So both
Great
you and
damage.
he take
Oh,
another
shit.
point of damage.
Oh dear. I am
And
now-
he falls to the ground,
So
Oh.
do I. No,
shriveling up.
I'm wounded.
Oh.
Oh, is he like?
Yeah, he's like kindling.
Haha,
now.
it worked.
However, you are now on fire as well.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, you're on fire. I know. No,
s-
no, you're actually on fire.
I'm rolling on the ground and throwing
Lieutenant.
soil on it and stuff to like.
You're not going to come and roll on Jenkins, are you?
Oh yeah, actually, there we go.
I
No,
think
my
it's more
boots are
important that
doing well
I don't
enough.
die because I've taken 3 points of damage. If I
You
take
won't
another
die,
one,
you'll
I'll
just
be broken.
You'll be
So
broken.
Right, Sister
knowing-
Euphemia, what are you going to do?
Hello. Well, I was going to go and help the lieutenant. Maybe I should because he's on fire. Alternatively, I could pull out my revolver and shoot this thing in the head.
It's just showing off. My kicking is doing pretty well.
The boots of Christ are doing fine, but I also think
Oh,
the
they're not
bullets
boots.
of
They're like,
Jesus.
they've got about 8 holes in them.
Yes, it represents the stigmata that our Lord had pressed upon him.
Can't win with her. So I love it. Like, it's great.
I'm going to attempt to shoot the whatever it is with my
Just
weakened state.
can we just say Jenkins? I mean, he's had a rough afterlife. He's fallen on his back and he's been scrambling. He's just been kicked in the head. He's about to be shot.
I have
Blam. You shoot it in the head at
Poor
point blank
Gabby.
range, and it twitches one last time
Power of Christ compels you.
before
Be gone.
stopping, and thick drops of black ichor drop out of its skull,
Oh,
where
everybody
normally
stay
you
clear
would
of that.
expect to see like a flood of blood. It's just like almost tar-like in consistency,
Ooh,
this black
yeah.
liquid that sort of drops out.
Oh, I think we should burn that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can use the lieutenant.
Use my flaming legs.
Oh, we could use the other flaming zombo.
You could use the other flaming zombo.
Yeah.
I'll go get the other
Aw.
flaming zombo.
Do I have
And
to
I'll say
roll
the
to
last
put the
rites
fire
as
out?
well.
Is
Make an agility roll, Pete.
combat
stop,
roll.
drop, and
I
roll.
know. I have to do so much work.
Minus
I'm
3.
at -3.
Do you have any
oh
agility
shit!
left?
Are you
Yeah.
out?
Yep.
Oh god.
Almost.
Oh, can he? Is there like a default rule? Like
Well, at the
you
minute,
roll-
now you could try putting him out if you want by like
know,
leaping
but I
on him and
want
putting
to
the flames
loot.
out.
So
I really want to
metal.
loot.
Right, so you stop, drop, and roll, and the fires go out, taking you no further down the damage track. But you are not feeling terribly great right now, actually.
I said I didn't. We'll go down there. Everyone was like, "Go down there,
I'm an officer.
Agnes," and I'm
They
like,
have no idea that I feel hurt.
You see him like doing
You
that.
could still be on fire. You'd be in attention. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're doing that like sniffling cry sort of thing. Like, I'm not. It's fine.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
3rd-degree burns, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as the fires burn, once that black liquid touches the fire, your assumption, Sister Euphemia, was quite right. It does flare up more,
Oh, look at that.
and the fire is now
Big
bright
boil.
enough for you to see by. So you're in
Ooh.
an L-shaped chamber. It looks like there was once some kind of curtain covering off one portion of the room,
Okay.
but that has at some point lost or rotted or decayed away. This main room looks like some kind of root cellar. The next little part of the L, the smaller section, clearly once held something of value because it's had great big chunks torn out of the wall. There were hidden cupboards in there,
Ah.
Ooh.
but the doors have been torn off of them. The shelves have been emptied.
Can we do some scrum?
There any
Yeah.
sign of, well, any other evil?
Make a detect evil
Yeah,
check.
cast.
I've got
detect
sixth
evil.
sense, so you know.
Oh, you have got sixth
Oh,
sense.
shit.
I have
Yeah,
got
you
sixth
do.
sense.
Well, in that
Yeah.
case, you may make an observation roll.
Oh, why, thank you.
I
And Nye, you can do some scrounging if you wish.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but yeah. I need to remind myself what scrounging
Why
is.
not?
Is it? Please tell me.
Are
it's
we
not
buying
physique
new talents?
minus
Has
2.
that been going on? I haven't got
We
any
did
new
that.
talents.
Oh, I can seance. I could seance
Oh,
your
okay.
dead soldiers if you want.
That is a point, actually. When
That's
we get
okay.
back to the house, you guys will need to get an
Levels up.
advance.
I'd
Oh,
like
oh,
to use
you
my
get more,
reroll,
yes.
please.
Can I have fireproof, please?
No.
So Ben, what's the what is investigation or searching or?
If you're
hunting,
scavenging,
something?
make an investigation roll.
Okay, so that's intelligence, or logic, I should
Logic.
say, and that's
Yeah.
not affected by my exhaustive.
No,
so
it's
that's
not
just
affected
physical.
by your exhaustion because it's physical exhaustion you have, not mental.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for, folks, to remind
Cool.
everyone what the rules are, because I forget.
Thanks, Nye.
0 successes.
I got 1 with a reroll. Thank you, whoever gave me the reroll.
You got 1 success in your observation to sense evil, and sense it you do.
Oh shit.
Agnes passes right over
Yeah.
a coin that is just sitting there, blatantly obvious to you. I mean, yeah, it's under about 4 inches of leaves and dirt and is half buried.
Feel the presence of Satan.
Oh, where? I can get it for you.
But that is very much what you feel coming from this coin. There's a coin here, old money, very ancient, ragged edge, feels at least 300 years old, possibly more. And it's
Well.
right underneath one of these holes in the wall. You
Yeah.
have seen coins like this before, or well, you haven't seen coins like this before, but Albrecht
Albrecht
has seen
has,
coins
yeah.
like this before.
Bring it to him. He'll know. Sister, what do you have there? You picked something up.
I have an old coin, but it reeks of Satan.
Oh, I can hold on to it.
No,
for
no,
you.
it will bend your very soul and burn your flesh. I'll look after it.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Meanwhile, up top, Millicent, the kerfuffle
The
down the
Revenant
hole
appears.
appears to be
Loving.
resolved. The smell of burnt meat comes from down below with a hint of rot in it. You can see the others down below sort of scurrying about, the lieutenant rolling around on the floor to put himself out. The other two have vanished round a corner.
Rolling around on the floor indicates some sort of. It's a very dignified process.
yeah,
It's a
dignified
military
roll.
maneuver. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not like. "Ah!"
You're
Oh, yeah,
lifting slowly to the left then.
Yeah, Millicent's seeing you blubber up, so just like the. You're like, no, military man, I got this. Just killed two of my.
What
my
do you wish to
boys."
do, Millicent? Oh, your connection's gone a bit funky.
Should I yeah, my internet's gone a bit weird.
It's okay, you're here now.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
can I is there anything going on down there? Is it all clear?
Oh yeah, we've not told Millicent shit. We've just immediately gone to looting and
Yes.
Looting. Yes.
self-extinguishing.
Are you
Everything's
coming
fine.
back up?
In a minute.
Yeah, I'll head back up once all
Just
the
dealing with a
crap
touch of fire. Nothing too serious. Be up shortly.
Ben, could I make just a general learning roll to deduce what this would be, or have we already established what this cellar is? Because you called it a root cellar, but Nye doesn't know what that is.
Oh, right. Basically, a root cellar would be sort of a very old equivalent of a fridge. It would be colder than the main body of the
Right,
house.
Okay.
So you would store food and perishables down there so they'd last longer.
Okay.
Given that it's under a house, the implication is there that this was basically just the house's cellar, but that little walled off section may have had something a little bit more to do with the highwayman and his stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I figured it
Stash.
had something to do with the highwaymen and like a stash, but I didn't know what it was. But thank you. Now I know, and that's half the battle, kids.
Is there
So you
is there
said
anything
the
else up
coin.
there, Millicent?
Any
Is there-
coins?
No, is there
No.
anyone moving around up there?
A farmer.
Oh, I
Hi
can have a
there.
Hello.
look.
What were you doing?
You
Just
then?
don't
in
see
case there's
anybody
like
moving
the
around
rest
up
of
here.
Foxtrot Battery are about to descend from the trees or something.
Yeah, they're just in the corn. Well, not corn, but like in a field, just standing, waiting.
Oh no, not that. That's just freaky.
They're all sitting in the
ambush.
tree.
They're waiting to ambush us.
Okay.
Now, there is nobody else
ISS.
up there. And actually, Millicent, what you do notice is that while the smell of burning is quite powerful, the sort of scent of death that was coming from down there has reduced slightly.
Oh,
Oh, good.
So what do we know about the Revenant? Not you,
Or-
Reverend, but the Revenant, and how we need to lay it to rest. Do we need
well,
to place it within hallowed ground?
are these like?
Yes.
Are these like lackeys
it's not already
of
there.
the Revenant? What are these? Are they like?
These
they're
are minor-
corpses?
These are. They are risen again. They're yeah. Yeah, it was an unfortunate event.
We need to.
I need
Whoa,
to
whoa,
deal
whoa,
with them.
Backtrack. It was you talk about this as if you are familiar. So you.
Well,
do
these,
you
and
know-
I'll point to their clothing. I'll say, these are men of Foxtrot Battery.
Okay.
They were my charge in life, and they are my charge in undeath.
And are there more of them?
Sister
Yeah.
Euphemia,
At that point,
you've
I'd
seen
take
the
out-
inside of his watch.
I
So
take
you
out my
would
watch
remember.
and I unfold the photo. I'm not going to show it to them, but I do cross off 2 of the 12 uncrossed faces.
This is where, though, he unfolds it and turns into one of those like Baedeker tourist maps, and it's just the entire army.
It's a pop-up. No.
Yeah, oh gosh.
So were any of those faces already crossed out from what I had seen previously?
Yes, there were some that had already been crossed out,
Of the 12.
and he's just crossed
Well,
out.
no, there's
another-
12 that
there's-
aren't
There
There were
crossed out.
12 that weren't. Now there are 10 that aren't crossed
Okay,
out.
Yeah.
right.
But the whole picture probably contained, what, 20 men originally?
10 is not too bad. As long as we won't face all 10 at once, we could probably handle that.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Two
Yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time seem to be quite
Yeah,
tricky.
because the lieutenant seems fine. Would you like me to take a look at you? You look a little bit battered
The others,
there.
to be honest, I have encountered at greater range. Well, that latter part
Right, we
was
need to
kind
get
of
out of
my
here.
fault, really, wasn't it?
Is that my internet that's gone swimming?
I
No.
think it's a bit of mine.
That was
No.
Pete.
That was
Yeah.
Pete's internet that went swimming.
Okay.
Yep.
You're back now. that's all that
Apologies.
matters.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock.
Yep.
No, it's 10 o'clock. This is when there's a load spike, isn't there?
Yeah, Zoom gets like
Yeah.
everyone jumps on Zoom to do their pub nights and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, okay.
Can you hear me?
How, Ben, you said there's no ladder anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we can
yeah,
hear you
hang
all
on
right.
though, because Twitch has just frozen.
No,
Oh
the,
dear.
for a cup of
Okay.
the
tea.
Zoom's frozen. Video.
I'm going to open my iron brew then.
Should we take a small break while we wait for internet difficulties to recover themselves? Yes. We're going to take a small break.
And so we're back from outer space. Just turned up to see you stood there with that look upon your face.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. However much our detractors would like to believe that we all went, sod the audience, we're going for a snack.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that for some reason at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, loads of people in Britain all log into Zoom. We suspect for their lockdown pub quizzes.
Yep.
And then Zoom kind of goes, can't handle loud,
Yeah.
and expires briefly on us.
Yeah.
But
Only
obviously
on
they're all like in flow for their pub quizzes now. Naming
The load
which
balancers
footballer
have adjusted, across all
Yeah.
their servers, so they're fine.
did a thing with a ball in a game of sports.
Volcane UK's put, and yet you have snacked.
We did. Well, I had a brownie.
You have to,
You take a short rest when you can get it, Volcane.
as astronauts say, sleep when you can sleep.
So
eat
we're
when you
not
can eat.
exhausted anymore, right? Because we
No, you're not exhausted. Your characters are still hosed.
you don't know my daily life.
I didn't see that condition on the sheet.
Host.
Aldine, you seem to have
You,
disappeared off
you
your
might want to
screen.
either tilt your screen now, Dune,
We can
or
just see that.
raise yourself because there's a
No, I
lovely
quite
forehead
like it
view.
down here. I'm in a hole
You're not
after all.
playing. You're not
You're not
playing
playing
his
his
fix.
fix anymore.
Oh, no, I'm not that fat. Those of you watching at home, his fix, lovely Uncle His Fix, had a BMI of 75.
Yes, he did. He did. He was 3 foot tall and 15 stone.
The roundest rogue that ever rolled.
He was awesome. That's our Dragonlance show. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that on YouTube after this live show.
Because right now we're doing
Though-
this.
though
And what we're
Claire
doing
and I aren't
is
in
we're
it,
sat
so-
down a hole being not on fire at the minute.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do we get out? Because you said the ladder had rotted. So
I
are
can give
we
you a
doing-
hand.
Yes, I will accept Millicent's hand.
Right.
This is where I really should have been the one to stay
Pull
up because
Millicent
I have.
down in the hole.
Yeah, I have the strength to pull people up. Can we both roll, and it's more like Millicent is just lifting me up a little bit so I can reach the edge to pull myself up, or does Millicent have to make the roll?
Well, if you're being pulled up, then it'll be a force roll from Millicent and an athletics roll from you,
Cool. Let's
so that you
try
can
that.
sort of
Doesn't matter, I
run
have no
part of the way
skills
up
in
and then
this
get caught.
Oh, like it.
Yeah, I don't want, because now I'm reminded of the brute course
Whoopsie daisy.
where Millicent was like, where Claire was like, I'm a
I'm
60-year-old woman.
55.
55.
I'm 55.
All right, make your athletics roll now.
Yeah, I'm
and-
only rolling 3 dice, so I should
Oh,
make that clear.
you better hope
yeah.
you get some successes then, or you're going to be staying down here for a while, at least until Millicent goes over to the car and gets some rope.
No successes.
Where's
I
the
face
fun
plant,
in that?
Well,
So you
Did,
try and
um,
scramble up the wall, and Millicent sort of swings down and tries to catch you, and neither of you have much luck in either of these escape attempts.
Did Culver come with us in the car? Did he drive the car?
Did he drive the car? Or did
He
Lieutenant-
drove the car, but he
No, he
waited
did.
with the car while we went.
dra- yeah,
we
that's
went a
right.
bit into the woods.
So-
He did.
You went a bit into
yeah.
the woods.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
going to shout to him for some rope.
Oh,
I'd
I
like
think
to
Millicent's
explore
got the
this little
lungs
cubby hole
to-
a little bit more, if I might.
Hmm.
Very well. You may continue to explore
I
the
will
cubby
as
hole.
well while I'm down there. After, I assume I put the fire out now.
Yes, you have indeed put the fire
Okay,
out.
good.
Don't put it all out because it's dark down here.
No, I mean he's left the burning corpses
Okay.
burning.
Yeah.
He's put out the fire that was on
We-
himself.
I
We'll have
have
to pay
found the
Millicent
very
back for a
coinage of
lantern.
Satan.
Get off my
Hmm.
book, silly cat.
Look, Lieutenant, this coin, which dates back to antiquity, to a time when the heathens did roam upon the moor.
Last year.
The 16th century.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
That was
Debris
actually
about.
300
even.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 300 years ago
Yeah, it's a long time.
for us.
I'll look at the coin. Does it have any meaning for me? Is it the same time period as the highwayman?
It is the same time
Ooh,
period as the
yes.
highwayman would have been extant, yes.
Hmm.
So it would make sense for
Oh.
it to be his ill-gotten gains,
Are there any more?
Let's have a look
but there's
around.
nothing
for-
else you can tell from it.
I love the idea of like, is this from the time of the highwaymen? So are you asking if it's been 1600 to 699? Yes. It's like, oh shit. Okay, that's a good point.
But do you both want to make an investigation roll?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to
I-
make an
I would.
investigation roll.
I'll just be scrambling like a cat trying to get out of a.
He's just at the walls.
Gonna start
let me out!
wandering
Let me out!
towards the car, shouting, "Culver!"
A little bit
Culver!"
more scrabbling like one of those dogs with tiny legs that's trying to get onto a sofa.
Okay,
They've
yeah, I
got their
can see
head
it,
up,
yeah.
but they can't get anything else on.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
that's
I'm
just
like when you
rough.
do like pull-ups at the gym. I'm just like trying to pull myself, but I can't. I just can't.
2 successes.
Oh,
The
God,
Lord is with
Ooh,
me.
The Lord is indeed with you.
the Lord is a.
And
smart-
rooting around in the back of one of these secret cubby holes, you find a loose brick.
I found a loose brick.
Well, pull it out, good woman.
Da-da-da.
We do not want to search for traps first. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
There's a pressure pad
That
somewhere.
was his fix.
Yeah, but to be fair,
But wait, I get extra
are in a
XP if I
highway.
search for traps.
Well, you also get it for
We
the
are-
coins.
we are in a highwayman's like nook, so he might have laid something. Who knows?
Sorry, I was playing 2nd edition advanced Vaesen there.
So are you pulling the brick?
Yes.
It is just a loose brick. There's nothing sinister beyond that. It's
Demon brick.
densely packed and there's like mud and stuff caked around it now. But you managed to pull this one brick loose. It's actually hinged.
Ooh.
So there's a pin driven through the bricks at the back so that
Well,
this
that's
brick does
clever.
rotate. So it's clearly a secret stash.
Mm.
Right.
And there is a small vacancy behind it.
Stick your hand in. Stick your hand in.
It's a dark hole.
I'm not here. Agnes is.
What have
I
you found? What have you found?
I don't
Sister.
know. There's a vacancy apparently. So if anyone's looking for a job,
Oh please.
I'll go over and reach in.
oh well, all right then.
If it,
I will pray
I
for
say-
you.
Let me stick my hand in this dark hole.
Okay, can you make a
It's a
fear
long
test?
time since I've heard that.
Oh, okay. The sister's got backstory. I want to hear about this now.
Sister.
Logic.
I just go.
Your logic is not at a disadvantage because that's mental.
It is after that statement, though.
It would be mental if.
Yeah, you feel feathery brushes against your hand and something scuttles across the back of your wrist.
Oh, that's
Things
fine,
with
just a spider.
small.
I reach for the
spindly
lever and pull the
legs.
lever. Oh no, sorry.
Too many legs.
And your hand reaches something smooth and bony
Oh.
inside the
out.
hole.
Pull it out.
I'll grasp it and pull it out.
It feels like a horseshoe shape made of bone. It's smooth on one side and rough on the other. And as you pull it out, you notice that it's the bottom of a human jaw
Oh. Oh gosh.
with the front teeth all still intact, but a few gaps around the back and sides.
Very well.
What have you got there?
I will show it to the sister. I say, sister, prepare yourself. This is rather grisly, and I'll turn around.
Oh, it's like
Go-
a relic.
and go, hello.
Oh, I've seen many of them. Ha ha.
Okay.
Spiders falling
well.
off your hand.
If we had the top part, we could be doing like a pantomime or something.
I want to know the denomination. That's so bad. Yes, we used to hold pantomimes.
With the relics, on the Saints' Day. You got to,
Church of the
general
Fallen
public
Arches.
intrigue.
Was there? Is that
She's
was
a
that all I?
Welsh tobacconist.
Was that all I found? In the.
That was all you found in there, yes. This had been very carefully hidden.
And this
Okay.
is
Why
body
would you hide your
a
jaw
CC.
in a wee hole?
Blabbermouth.
Perhaps there is. Don't we have to put the remains in a certain place? And if a part of your body is never found, can anyone ever put you to rest? I don't know.
That does track with what Agnes found out.
But Agnes is currently cat.
Rambling
I will
up the
go
wall.
outside and
I
say.
will have
I'll get to the hole. And go.
Cool.
Did anyone talk about burying the body in a hallowed ground?
I, having gotten quite frustrated that I can't get out of here, turn around like,
My hand will thrust out of the hole.
Oh no,
holding the
Agnes never made it out of the
no,
hole.
I never.
Oh, you
That's
never
the
made.
problem
Oh, right. Okay.
that she's having
Sorry.
right now.
Okay. I'll come round towards Agnes then.
Yeah.
I think someone's trying to keep these remains from ever being united in a hallowed location.
Millicent, you and Culver return with a coil of rope, 50-foot hempen.
Oh, not
That's
the
heavy
Tie it
stuff.
round a tree and then throw it down the hole.
You put knots in it first.
Is just out of a question, slightly perhaps, but is Culver is he like an athletic-looking gentleman? Like, obviously he's older.
No,
But
he's
is he-
wiry, but he's secretly hench underneath his shirt.
For a gentleman
yeah,
of his
but-
age,
You
he's
take
in
his shirt off and
remarkably
he's just
good
got like
shape.
an 8-pack.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just kind of imagining like Millicent like tying it round to them, going, "No, I've got this," and just like holds it.
He's just got it around his waist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll.
Pulls up all three of us.
Whee!
Do we have any
Um,
idea where this person's remains are? Because I think someone's removed part of their body so they can never rest.
The corpse is it not buried there?
That's where you are now.
That's where we are.
Oh.
This is here.
Was he not hung here? If this be the highwayman.
He was hanged here, yes.
Until he was hung.
Question.
No, there's an
then.
important distinction. You're
Yeah.
hanged while you're
Well,
alive. You're
and
hung when you're dead.
Yeah.
Only dead meat is hung.
Yes.
So, question. For memory purpose, because I have bad memory
Mhm.
and bad grammar. What was in the museum again? It was something. It was like an actual, like part of some ancient burial. There was a piece of it that was an actual real part, and the rest was all just tap, like a horrible wax statue thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a surcoat and some coins.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, but this
Coins
is
looking
complete-
like the coin of evil.
Yes. Should we ask Albrecht?
Well, he's back at the house.
Well, yeah. Well, do
He's
I
having
just?
a lie down.
I now imagine like the sister comes around like, well, we're not going to stay here, are we? I mean,
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll in the woods nearby, and if you were to go over there, Sister Euphemia, you might bump into him.
Well, no, I think we should go back because I think the lieutenant is more Collender than man at this point.
There is some vim still in me yet. I'm not
All
done
right,
for,
yeah,
young lady.
Yeah, we can
You're
go
as
take
dead
down
as
the
a side of
revenant right
bacon.
now. Then let's
I'm
go.
leaning against the wall, and I don't even realise it.
There's
Smoking
blood
gently.
dribbling out your mouth, the sides of it.
It's all
like,
waist
what?
down, Agnes. There's no. From here. I'm all still. My lower body has been burnt and torn to bits.
Yeah, well, I
Never
don't think
listen
I'm
to a
looking
man
at
who
it.
tells you he's hot from the waist down.
Oh, God. Ben, you're on
So
fire today.
I
Sorry.
know. Okay, I'm just going to climb out, and then we can start game planning what the next course of action is. I don't need to make a roll. For
No, now that you've got rope there, you can just
Okay.
climb out,
It's basic.
possibly with a little assistance if need be.
Oh no,
Give you a
I'm
boost.
climbing up on my own.
It's Culver helping people out. It's
Excellent.
okay when the servants
Yeah,
help you
I'll
out.
accept help from Culver, but no one else.
Thank you, young man.
And once
Okay.
once he's got you all
Yep.
out, he coils the rope up again, unties it from the tree. Says,
Culver,
I'll take this back to the car, sir.
before you go, Culver, good chap. Thank you so much for your assistance. The story of this highwayman. Do you know where it said that his body was buried, or where it's kept? Is it at
I'm
the
not
museum
familiar
in
with
town?
all
I
the
wasn't there.
details, sir. I'm afraid that the
Fucking encyclopedia, sir.
the details of this highwayman was a pet project of Miss Sherry's.
Mm.
Once she passed, we didn't have much
Oh.
of a chance to investigate. Although I do understand that the town museum has some information on it, from what I'm led to believe.
That's
Yes,
what I
I
think
believe
someone
my
said.
good friend Albrecht was visiting there.
Fuck! Did I hear something from Sherry and completely forget about it?
Quite
Probably.
possibly.
Ghost
Yes.
writing. Ah, fuck! Well, Agnes. If I don't know, Agnes knows fuck all. All right then.
Didn't you
Well,
also
I might
chat to
be-
Tommy, who told you about?
No, Tommy didn't. All Tommy said was about bringing a big fuck off gun to kill it with, and that his
Okay.
special pocket knife is lodged there. He had no clue how to actually.
Oh, okay,
That's the
fair enough.
point. He went
Okay.
there to kill it,
But
and it
he
killed him.
cocked it up. Yeah.
Where
Well,
was
I
the
mean,
knife? He lost the knife in the woods,
And
didn't
it
he?
killed
well,
him.
where the
or did it?
revenant hangs out. Yeah,
Which is not here because we haven't found it.
I did investigate. I mean,
Didn't
I
you say
presume-
though that when someone goes to kill it, it can become them?
Yeah.
Did
Possibly,
it become?
yes. It might be Tommy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what's in the grave. I assume it's his body, but I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know how ghosts work.
Where's
in
Tommy's
terms
body?
of- Well, there's a grave. I know, like Culver. Culver would know that, wouldn't he? Yeah, shit. Yeah. We should just ask him? Culver, did
Yes, Miss Agnes.
Sorry. Okay, this is a very uncomfortable question, but did you actually bury Tommy, or did you just like make a grave and?
No, we buried the poor lad.
Okay, so it's not. It's
He
not
was
his
found
body.
not too far from here.
Oh, okay. Oh, not
Could you
to sound
take us to
excited,
where he was found, maybe?
Yes, that would be really ideal.
Did
As
he?
you wish.
I'm going to ask, and I'm sorry to do this, but I have to ask you something rather macabre. Did he have his jawbone?
Yes, he was intact.
Yeah.
Very well.
As near as we could tell, the creature toyed with him. He was no match for it.
Oh.
We'd rather not know those details, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Culver goes
Could you
into, like,
fetch my howitzer from the car?
He's like, yes, it must have tortured him for hours and hours. We're like, oh, Culver, no, too much.
Culver's
too much.
Yeah.
secretly some sort of deviant who's been enjoying all
No,
the
no,
deaths
I-
all along.
No,
I have some
like,
He's the
sir.
werewolf. Have some etchings.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we would very much appreciate going to that site. Yes.
Indeed.
you imagine?
Very
if
well,
the
sir.
Revenant
So he-
had possessed Tommy's body. That'd be Sherry would have gone like proper like Rambo.
He leads you out of the copse and down towards the river, and not far from the bridge, the edge of the bridge.
Ping it.
He says,
Let the viewers see the ping. There you go.
"Kapow!" There's a ping right there,
Yes, sir.
just on the outskirts of the copse, near the bridge. He says, "This is where we found the poor lad. He'd clearly made an effort to get away. He was heading, we believe, for the church, believing that it would protect him. It was the nearest place of sanctuary."
Right, everybody. Spread
So
out.
we
Let's
go-
have a jolly good look.
Yeah, opposite direction of the church.
Hmm.
What's that? What can I?
Where it would have been coming towards him from.
What are you looking for?
Well,
Weird
I
stuff.
am actually just asking. No, seriously, I was just asking if he was running towards the church. What's in the opposite direction of
Yeah,
The
church?
place you've just come from,
Okay.
The
Oh
blasted tree.
shit! Okay.
or the blasted tree inn.
Oh, okay. Let's go
Okay.
there. That
Well,
seems like a. the
Let's
blasted
search
tree.
this place first.
Let's just have a
It's
look
been,
around,
like,
just in
20
case.
Years. It's actually been over 20 years. My word.
Yes, but these are neglected byways in the country. These aren't, massively well-trodden urban roads.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sometimes things can
yeah.
linger in a gutter for a very long time.
The marks of evil do not wash
Oh,
away easily.
Okay,
Young
okay,
lady.
all
That
right,
too,
okay.
Sister Euphemia.
I'm just thinking it is, 25-ish years. I would be surprised if anything was intact.
Claire, what does Millicent think of all of this? What do you want to do?
I think we should have a look around, but what are we looking for?
I'd be looking for the little fella's knife.
I suppose.
No, he
I might
dropped
pull
it. Oh,
something.
I'm not going to say anything. And you don't know that exists because I never mentioned the
Oh,
knife.
didn't you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
No,
doing
Any
no,
that.
of
sign-
course not.
Any
No,
sign
that's why I'm
of-
baffled what we're looking for.
Well, now that we're here, we may as well have a brief
Well,
look
should we
around.
sweep? We might as well sweep the area.
You
If we
know,
can do it
love
get
that.
there and go, okay, let's go.
Way. Surely
No.
we can cover.
Have a bit of a look
No,
around.
As
20
a bit,
minutes.
Okay,
yeah.
make yourselves an investigation check
Yeah.
each then, unless you want to do
Oh,
anything sort of
I did
spoopy and
get a
supernatural.
success, so there we go.
Can't someone do a
seance.
seance?
Someone can.
Yeah, but there's no,
Good.
but the body's not here. I'm
I
pretty sure
know.
it's how
Don't worry,
works,
I was just...
isn't it? No, I'm genuinely asking now, Ben. How
No, I
does
mean, you
seance
could
work?
seance here, but it might put you in touch with any number of things that
Yeah,
died in
that's-
this area.
That's exactly my
It
point.
might get the
Like
Revenant.
80. Yeah, I don't
Rabbits.
want that.
Got a hot 2.
Oh, I
I
got
got
one.
one success.
Absolutely brutalized that investigation. You tear this place
Scour,
apart
yeah.
with a fine tooth comb, and you come across
Nothing.
Actually, no, you find quite a lot. You find that as you move further out from the ruins of the old house and the blasted copse itself, that the number of dead animal corpses decreases
Oh, okay. Well,
the
that's
further away
yeah.
you go. It looks like there's almost like a concentrated death zone around it that has spread out.
okay.
You find well, let's take a look at your individual successes and we'll find things that would suit each person better. So, Nye, what did Agnes get? You got a success.
Just a singular success one.
And you come across a handful of more recent coins,
Okay.
fairly recently minted, like someone has lost them on the path.
Oh well, Agnes is happy with that.
Good
Just
for you.
pockets them. Yeah.
Pocketing there.
One of them's
Oh, I
got
found nothing. Yeah.
one of the coins has a slightly sticky mass on it that some insects are fighting over when you pick the coins up.
I just shrug and
Nice.
put it in my pocket. Money's
Give it a
money.
lick.
Yeah, give it a lick.
No. I'm not that. No, that would be bad. I just put it in my pocket.
Lieutenant, you find an army issue boot print that would match what Foxtrot Battery were
Mm.
wearing,
Has a little fox logo on the
but it
outside.
looks from the positioning of it and a few positions, it looks like it may have done a circuit around the copse. That you find boot prints along the edge of the river more than anywhere else.
any? Do I see that there are like 2 sets of boot prints?
It does look
or-
like 2 sets of boot
Okay.
prints. Yeah,
Okay.
2 slightly different sized boot prints. Sister Euphemia,
No.
whilst searching, you get a feeling rather than like tangible physical evidence. You get the feeling that this is a distraction, a ruse, that this place is guarded and protected so as to make people come here looking for things.
Satan is a great defiler of the truths.
You get a strong sense that, yeah, this is a fake out.
A deceiver.
And
I could've told
Millicent,
you that.
whilst exploring
Yeah,
and
but you didn't.
poking around,
I explicitly stated that there's nothing worth looking here.
you come across in one of the trees claw marks reminiscent of those from when your husband went missing. Like the claw marks of an animal, but the size of a large man.
Oh, crap.
Where was the car parked?
To the car! Let's go to church.
I just imagine we
Scratched
drive
in a
around in
tree
chitty
at
bang bang
about
every week.
the lieutenant's head's height.
Okay. Anyone else found?
Okay, so we're back. Apologies for that. Another little internet hiccup.
Yep, sorry.
It's all right. These things do happen, and we've still
Mm.
got very professional looking overlay, so people will forgive us. To recap where we were, everyone had just done a little investigation, poke around to see what they could see. Sister Euphemia
Hello.
had inferred that the likelihood was that this place was a distraction. It was a look over here while I do things over here kind of trap almost. Although the jawbone suggests there's something more to it than that. Lieutenant Cranthorne had found 2 boot prints. At least one boot print wouldn't have fitted either of the men down the hole. Millicent had found some claw
You didn't tell me that
marks.
before.
I was in the process of telling you that when the thing went down.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
right,
sorry.
okay. Right, so
Millicent
okay.
had found some claw marks, like a beast's claw, but the size of a man, scratched into a tree. And Nye had found some shiny, shiny silvery coins, one of which had a little bit of goo stuck to it.
Yep, I ignored that and just immediately put it in my pocket.
Probably just a boiled sweet or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Totally.
So
Yeah.
Bacon flavored.
when we meet back up and we're like, well, this is a waste of time. Didn't find anything.
No.
So that was what we had just discovered. And you were about to compare notes, I believe. Millicent.
Yes. Lieutenant, come over here and have a look at this.
Yep.
Are you all right there, Lieutenant? You look a
I'll
little
be
bit
fine.
stiff.
I'll be fine. I just nothing. A good night's rest won't solve.
You look a little bit like, you know.
I do need a new pair of trousers, I believe.
Well done.
However, let's not pay too much attention to that right now. These claw marks look very interesting.
Oh, Jesus Christ, they're big. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, Jesus. We must all call upon
Incredibly like
Jesus.
whatever dragged off my useless husband.
What's
Oh, yeah,
that?
we've not mentioned the useless husband. How could you forget? Love the useless husband. He's great.
All
he's
men,
a great
they're all
guy,
useless,
you know,
apart from
good to chat
Jesus.
with.
I would agree with you there, sister.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair estimation.
Yes.
In my
Those are
Sisterhood.
rather large claw marks.
In your case, literally.
Sorry, what was that, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
They're rather large claw marks.
Oh, yes, so they are.
Yes.
Is that what we're looking for?
I hope not.
I think I might need a bigger cross.
I need a bigger everything, knife, a gun, once I know how to fire it.
Millicent, this looks to you like a territorial marking.
Oh.
Oh, so it's kind of marking it. So we might find some more if we were to look around.
Depends how big its range is. That's
Hmm.
nice saying that, not Agnes. Because I
Oh.
have no idea.
Perhaps. But surely we should focus on the Revenant and head back into the
Yeah.
copse or the inn.
Predatory animals can have huge ranges.
We
Like,
need
So
to
we want to
find-
find. What are we looking for now?
We're looking
Are we
for the
looking
remains of this Revenant because I
The body.
believe that this isn't buried with its
Yeah,
remains and therefore it cannot be put to rest.
but why don't we
And-
just go to where Tommy was? Sorry, not where Tommy's from. Where Tommy was running away from.
That was
Well,
where
that
we
was
were.
where we
earlier
were.
on.
Or beyond that.
Let's track a path.
No, that was. No, he was running away from the
Revenant.
The Revenant in the copse.
What's the inn then? I thought he was running away from
The
the
inn is nearby. It's just like
The inn is
Oh.
nearby,
similar
and based
bearing.
on what you were
I
looking
don't,
at.
I don't have the map in front of me. I can't. I don't know where
No
everything
worries,
is
no worries.
spatially.
No, from here, you to look past the copse slightly to the left.
You see
there'd
where
be the inn.
Alden's right ear is.
Right. Oh, is that actually the map?
That's actually a map of the area, yeah. So where his
Okay,
left
okay,
ear
well,
is
I'll
now,
double click on.
that's where the inn is, and then as he moves his head over just a little bit, then that's where the copse is. So they're very close
Right.
together.
Okay. That. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
because
I-
I'm inverted.
Or,
Sorry.
or look on the Twitch,
no,
and
it's-
I'll put the map on the Twitch.
well, that's why I can't, because I can't open. I can only have
yeah.
Zoom open. and
That's true.
literally It crashes.
Sorry.
my
We'll
internet.
go around
No
now.
worries.
No, it's all right. It's fine. I understand now. I just was a bit confused on where everything was spatially.
There we
You know,
go.
kinda
Okay,
The
so
cops, the inn, all that stuff.
copse and the inn. The inn is called the Blasted Tree Inn because the nearest landmark is the Blasted
is
Copse.
right. That's what was confusing me. Okay, apologies. Right. Okay.
So for people at home, you've got the Blasted Copse here with the ruins in, and the Blasted Tree Inn is over here near these little farms. So only a short distance between them.
But we know.
No, it's actually on my screen now.
Oh,
On
okay.
Zoom.
Right. I'll just because I have to. Oh, see now that clears up massively.
Here is the
Okay.
tavern.
Right. That's
And
where we
here
are.
is the
that
copse.
Right. Okay.
And we are here.
Not quite
Yeah,
that
I
far. You're on the
follow-
other side of the river.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
follow now. Okay, apologies. I was like,
It's quite hard
okay.
pointing it out on the on
Yeah,
my
it's not
imaginary
easy, is it?
background. There we go.
There's a career in weather reading there
Yeah.
for you.
Oh
Pete.
yeah.
There'll be a rain of frogs coming in from the west,
Pushing in
and
from
then there'll be some
Hoxne.
balefire coming in from the north
Yeah.
towards the morning.
I am sorry, folks. I didn't mean to hold this up.
Escorchio.
Don't worry.
I got really confused.
That's
for a
cool.
minute there, where
That's
everything
quite all
was.
right. So where are we? What are we doing?
So we think we need to find the corpse, and we think the corpse was not buried in hallowed ground and is not complete because we've got his jaw. And I'll do the little la 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 thing again.
Yes.
We've got to keep the little ones
So
amused.
I
you know.
think someone has buried it on hallowed ground, attempting
Yes.
to put it to bed, but this jawbone was left behind, and therefore it's still roaming around.
Well, then we should go to
And-
the
So
church.
where is their hallowed ground?
The church.
And with
church,
my
There's
Yeah.
a church,
Yeah,
but there's
and-
also isn't there hallowed ground at the hall,
yes.
The chapel.
Oh.
the chapel?
But why
the
would it be
graveyard.
Say
buried
the
there?
graveyard as well.
Oh, wait,
The
wait,
graveyard.
wait. Memory. Does the body not have to be whole? Do we not have to put it where the body is? So
That's-
it doesn't matter if it's. But you're okay, right? Yes. Sorry.
Do we know where he's buried?
Is he not buried?
No,
No,
we
we
don't know
have-
where he's buried.
The museum knows. Yeah, because that's what Culver said. He said he doesn't know the.
Is it
whole
what
story,
time of
but
day is it?
Could we get down? To
It's only I suppose it's just
We
after
did-
lunchtime.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did start early, and
did
with
start
Culver's
early.
Wonderful.
I asked what
machine,
time it is as I'm munching on a cucumber sandwich from the
Yeah.
Ah,
You
tea time.
calculated,
from the
yeah.
hamper. Yeah, we've got a gingham blanket down, so we're all sort of.
As soon as you
Sitting
start
on-
thinking about what time it is, it's probably some kind of
Yeah.
meal time.
And when I have a cup
Yeah,
of
of
tea, I
course.
recover 1 health level because
Ah,
we've all seen that Asterix cartoon, haven't we?
Of course. Okay. I would like to make a slight little white flag. Is there anything that Nye has forgotten that I should have remembered from last week and written down, but I didn't because I don't do my homework.
Not that I can think of.
Not that you can think of. So I haven't, like, Agnes was
We could have a
like,
quick
"Yes, all you
2-hour
have
break
to-"
while you rewatch last week's episode.
I just need the bit with the ghostwriting because I'm panicking, thinking, is it like Ben sitting there going, "Come on now, just remember, I told you."
God
Are you-
damn it.
Use the
most
sil- use
most of the
silver bullet.
information that you got, you have remembered and passed on,
Okay,
and
that's
the others are applying. So
excellent.
you
That's
don't
fine.
know if/where
The body is.
the highwayman was buried.
No, but we've got part of the body.
You've
And-
got part of the body.
How many
and
hallowed grounds do we know within this area that he could
I
potentially
guess
have been buried
mercantile
in?
question. Well, not mercantile. Would they have bothered burying him in hollow ground? He is a
No, I
was
think
a
someone has
highwayman.
since tried to
Oh, apologies.
slam,
Okay.
you know,
yeah.
seal off the because
Yes.
apparently multiple people have tried to kill it,
Yes, I follow. So one of the attempts was burying it in hallowed ground. Sorry,
and it
I
didn't work
misunderstood.
because
It
he
wasn't all
snuck
of it.
his own.
Exactly.
I don't know, snuck his own jawbone.
Yes. Unless he really is in the museum, that's not a waxwork.
No, I'm. pretty
so these
sure
are all
you've
things
got
that
a-
you could potentially investigate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
might
get a
have to-
sandwich in town.
Let's go to the
we'll have to
museum.
Split up for
Is
clues.
the church in the town? I didn't go to the town before, so I
Yes,
assume
the church is in town. The Church
Okay.
of St. Peter's and St. Paul's.
Oh yes.
Right
Ah,
there
the
on
good
the-
reverend. He knows that place, I
I-
believe.
Well, I'll go with the reverend to the church. And Agnes
Okay.
and Albrecht.
Beware
sorry,
the crying woman.
Sister Euphemia. Millicent, where do you want? Do you want to come with? Do you want to come to the church
You should probably go
to find the
yeah.
body, or do you want to go do
Yes.
some reading and research?
No, let's come find the body.
I was best say maybe two should go together. I'm just
Yes.
imagining.
Millicent and I then shall go to the church. Agnes and Sister Euphemia will
Hello.
go to
Yay.
the
Museum.
unless we
I
want to stop
love
by the hall to
nuns.
pick up Albrecht as well. You know, he's quite good at
No, he's having a
research.
nap.
Well, remember out of character, they have the same stats, so it doesn't like sister is just as. No, they're
Don't you
equal.
I'm-
meta game my
No,
split
I'm in
personality.
character.
Oh no, that's
I was
not
more.
fair. I like
that
the
was more.
sister.
That was more Lieutenant Cranthorne, Lieutenant
No, that's
Cranthorne,
alright.
giving Albrecht the option if he wanted to go there
No,
again
I
as
get you,
Albrecht because he
sorry.
went there before, kind of
Yeah.
thing, rather than
Oh, I get it.
I do not want to meet the fat man with no reality again. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yay!
That
We
would
get
be-
to- I get to
that
go
would be
to
the weirdest thing
museum.
if you spoke in the Austrian accent while dressed as Sister Euphemia. That would freak Cranthorne out.
Oh, okay, I'll go with the sister then, I guess.
Right, so we poodle into town,
Yep.
and there's almost a marked shift in your perceptions and your realities as you move from the blasted cops
Oh right.
and all the weird underground supernatural chthonic
Yeah.
incidents that have befallen you this morning, driving into a pleasantly sunny village town square in the afternoon in a
What is
motor car,
nice?
There's
Is
Postman
there a
Pat.
trouser shop, I wonder?
and pulling up outside a big old church.
I feel the presence of the Lord.
It makes you feel like there is a normal world and you do remember
Hallelujah.
it.
Why isn't the sister going to the church? That's her bread and butter. I
Because
just
they're
realised.
Protestants!
Oh, okay. Whoa! I immediately. Oh no! I understand. Apologies, sister. I didn't know. So I now
I
know.
will not set
you're-
foot amongst those heathens.
That's, no, that's okay.
I also thought that the church might react differently than us to Sister Euphemia.
What? No! Come on.
Oh,
Got a tail.
one of Ben's fairy tentacles has got out.
Make your mind up. Either you're sitting down or you're buggering off.
You just want it to sit with it like that.
Pick
Yeah.
one.
So you've
Oh.
got like
No,
a
nobody
No.
on the screen wants to see that. No, go away. Nobody
From
wants
internet problems to cat problems.
Oh,
that.
they
Hey,
have something
viewers
else.
around the world, behold my
Yeah.
cat's asshole.
They usually go well together, cats and the internet.
We actually did
Yeah.
a stream like over 2 years ago. We were doing some D&D at Jim's house, and we were filming. And afterwards, I went to like edit off the bits and bobs in between. And what I hadn't realised was that his cat had got up on the sofa in front of the camera. I couldn't see it, and it was licking itself, pointing at the camera for like half an hour of the whole episode. And it's just like, I can't
What
edit
do
it
I do
out.
with this? What do I
I just
do
put it
with
on.
that?
I was just like, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
dear.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Little segue. Little
I'm
sidetrack there. Sorry.
I'm still back as Agnes, like leaning back a bit as Sister went, they're fucking proud. Well, not fucking they're heathen Protestants.
I'll step swiftly from the
Sinners.
car, offer Millicent my hand, and wobble slightly as I do.
Yeah, is the lieutenant presentable? He's not. He doesn't look
Does
like
he
he's-
not need some new
I've
trousers?
got a big coat.
He's
Yeah.
quite singed from sort of the knees to the thighs,
Oh.
and he's walking slightly stiffly, but it's not like
I
all
walk
of his
stiffly,
clothes
yeah.
are burnt off.
No. I was meaning more like if
It's
it
got-
visibly looks like he. should
I'm
be
now
walking
effectively
around.
wearing short shorts and knee-high socks.
Typical, a combination.
Nice.
you don't see very
Terribly
often.
British.
Yes.
With the little
I
sock
will-
suspenders.
Hey,
So
sister.
we'll start in the church then. Are you going into the church, or are you going round to the churchyard to look at the graves?
I guess look at the graves
Yeah.
first. Seems like a sensible idea.
Okay, so you take a walk around the graveyard looking for graves of about the right sort of age. Unless either of you have any learning.
Oh,
I think I might.
I think I might.
Learning. Yes, I do.
You can make a learning roll in this instance
Yeah.
to see if this is the right thing to do.
I'm guessing it's
Oh.
not.
So you take a wander around the graves,
And sister and I do have learning.
which proves to take a few hours and is remarkably fruitless.
Oh.
You find a few graves of people who were killed by the highwayman, but no grave for a highwayman himself.
Any
Certainly
unmarked
nothing-
things or
Well, certainly nothing with a marker on it anyway.
okay.
So if there is one, it's potentially unmarked.
I mean, he was hung, wasn't he?
Yes.
So I doubt they would have put him in a marked grave or anything.
I'm
Distinct
Unlikely.
possibility.
that they have graves of the people that were killed by him. That's like 300 years ago. That's kind of awesome that they have like such ancient 300 years. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Mm.
cool. Sorry, my brain just kind of went, whoa.
Yeah, my local church has graves that go back
No,
that
no.
far.
No, I know
easily.
that.
So-
My brain literally just had this moment of like,
Mm.
you know this now, and then it went, but it's cool.
That's
Not-
amazing.
Not that they
Yeah.
were killed.
Oh, there's
obviously.
some wacky ones on some of the Isle of Wight graveyards. There's one guy that was like killed by a bull. It doesn't specify how,
Oh, fantastic.
Or if it was his bull.
or if it was his bull.
The bull dropped a piano on him.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be, yeah.
The cartoon bull.
Yeah.
And when he got up from that, it hit him over the head with an anvil.
Yeah.
His beak went round the back. Oh, it was the whole thing.
Should we, Millicent? This is
So you
pretty
spend a
fruitless.
few
Should we
or
go
an hour or so fruitlessly wandering the graveyard,
Hmm.
searching for information, but nothing is forthcoming.
You should have checked the church records.
Should we go to the church and talk to them?
I think so.
I mean, we tried digging one of the graves up, but they got very upset about that for some reason. They were all like, no, you can't be digging the boys. I'd be like,
I have a
come
feeling-
on.
I have a feeling we should be checking that giant book that was back at the hall.
The records of the deaths. I mean, they would. I'm assuming they would record his death, even though they hung him.
Or any
No, like
attempts
the
to
other bodies that he
Oh.
inhabited. And then
any
they-
attempts to like
and-
trap him or seal him off or something might be in
Yeah.
that book. But
That'd
Let's
be
go
at
and-
the hall.
yeah,
True,
that's at the hall.
True.
That's back at
But
the hall.
on the flip side, they lost track of him. So all we would have is what they managed to do. We wouldn't know, because if they'd known, they would have
Oh
just.
yeah,
thingied
that's
him.
cool. I'm just
No, it's a great idea. I
musing
agree.
out
'cause-
loud.
No,
Right,
no. It's
So the
it's
two
a
of you
good
head
idea.
into the church.
Mhm.
It's quite cool inside, cooler than it is outside. It's mostly empty this time of day. It's just after lunchtime. There is no, she's not there. There is
Oh, she's not.
one
Okay.
old
What the
man.
fuck was that?
There was the woman crying.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
There's one little old man sat in the pews at the back with his head
Anyone know
bowed,
that one?
He's drunk.
and
No.
a deacon
Sad.
Was
pottering around the outside edges
Deacon,
of
feel bullied.
the room, sorting out votives and arranging pamphlets and tidying Bibles and resorting everything on the pews.
Getting people to go to the big cricket game on Sunday.
Oh yeah, signing up.
I
Team.
We still need a silly mid off. Can anyone?
Oh God.
So my boots will clack across the stone floor as I make my way across to the priest, the deacon.
He hears you coming and comes to meet you. Welcome to the Church of St. Peter's and St. Paul's, he says in a soft voice. I'm Deacon Simmons. How can I help you?
Thank you. I'll look at Millicent like, how do you say this to the? We were wondering if it would be possible to look at the church burial records.
Are you looking for anyone in particular?
Well, I'm rather interested in the stories about this highwayman.
I don't think I know those ones.
Yeah, he's new.
Let me check with
Blasted
the.
Tree Inn. Do you know the Blasted Tree Inn?
I've heard of it.
Well,
Yes,
on
it's
the
a
way
little
over
village
there.
nearby, isn't it?
Yes, on the way over there, there's a copse of trees where legend has it the highwayman was hanged, and upon his hanging, a lightning bolt came down from the heavens and split the tree apart. And since then, he's been roaming the lands. Oh, fanciful things.
Fanciful superstition, I'm sure,
However,
but a hanged man would not be entitled to burial in consecrated ground.
Of course. However, and this is where it gets interesting. I believe that some people took these stories to heart and may have attempted in a naive and silly way to inter the body on hallowed ground in order to stop its ravaging of the local area.
Yes, you do find sometimes these strange old superstitions in places like this. I'm afraid I don't know much about it. He sort of looks you up and down.
Isn't the Reverend with them? Can't he just like?
Lieutenant
No, 'cause
Cranthorne,
he's like
7th Brigade Royal Artillery.
not.
I know he's not there, but I was hoping. he could,
Please
like,
bear with me a
give his
moment. Let
Jesus card.
me just see if the father is able to speak with you. He may know more. He's been here for a little longer than I.
Thank you.
Please. And he shows you to some armchairs up near one end of the church hall.
Yep.
I'll be
Put
right
my
back.
rifle and my sword down, and
Yeah,
no, they're in the car.
Armchairs, for the love of God! What kind of church has armchairs?
I don't know.
An
Sister,
English
I've not
one.
been in a church. I've not been in a church in a while.
Is there a cup of tea?
Now you're pushing it.
You'll be wanting a biscuit next.
Come on, he's Anglican, isn't he? He's got to have a cup of tea somewhere.
It's a death or cake.
Now, while you're
Cake.
sitting and waiting, the other two in the museum, / that bloke's house.
Yeah.
You approach the Hoxne Town Museum, and truly it is an impressive and fanciful sight. It's someone's house with a small sign hanging outside and one of those little folding signs that sits on the pavement.
Ah, this be the place. Lovely.
Sister, who
No.
would you want Who do you want to have do the talking? Do you want to do me do the talking or you do the talking?
Are
Either.
are you good with the talking?
I'm not good at a lot of things, but talking is my speciality. Yes.
Well, then why don't you do the talking? And if it's not working, then I'll bring in Jesus.
Of course, I am of complete assurance of that. Just a quick, sussing the waters bit out. How comfortable are you with lying?
Not
Is
comfortable at all.
Okay, so I should keep that to a minimum. Yeah,
That
not
is the
lie.
path to hell, young lady.
Yep, nuns. Yep. Okay, let's go in. Yep, let's go in. Okay.
We want to know if he's got more of these coins of Satan.
Yes, that's maybe why I should do the talking, because the Satan part might, frazzle him a little bit, get him a bit
Well,
freaked
frazzles
out.
us all if he gets his claws upon us.
Inside
sure-
the
Just-
museum,
He's peeking out the
sat
window.
reading a newspaper
Good luck, Ben.
in an old wooden chair, is a portly middle-aged gentleman with thin, slick hair.
Oh, remember to ask his name.
Oh yes, you never. Albrecht the Cruel.
And as he sees you come in, he sort of slips his chair forward, stands bolt upright, slicks his already slicked hair around one more time. He says, "Hello,
Oh, God.
welcome to Hoxne Town Museum."
Hello. Oh, hello there. It's a very nice museum that you've got here. We were just popping in, weren't we, sister? Just for a little visit.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how can I help you?
Oh well, we're new in town, and we were wondering if you give us just a very a brief kind of summary of the history. I believe that the sister here is very fascinated in the tales of the hangman, or not the hangman, the highwayman, I should say. Is that true,
Ah,
sister?
Black Rob, the highwayman. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
We've got a little display on him just over here.
Oh,
Now,
amazing.
he's an interesting fella, to be sure. What we've got, right, his depredations ranged far and wide, from Oakley to Hoxne.
Wow,
All that way.
That's very impressive.
They say he once made it almost all the way to Exeter in pursuit of a coach. Now, he would rob and steal, and they say that he kept his treasures hidden below his house, and he lived there in peace without anybody none the wiser that he was actually robbing them. And then one day it came out that he were a highwayman, and they went after him, you see, and they burned his house down and they hanged him.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
And that's what set the trees on fire when they burned his house down.
Oh, I was
And
always
they went
wondering.
through all of his treasure and they stole the lot. But there's an ancient burial ground hidden under his house, what they didn't find. I know.
Oh.
And recently, some archaeologist fellas, they went down there and they came back up and they'd found some truly astonishing things. For instance, this surcoat over here, which had been held in the vault of that highwayman,
No.
this is a genuine royal surcoat dating back to the 1st century.
Wow.
Are you sure now?
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. These gentlemen knew what they were talking about. They were archaeologists.
Okay, did you get their names?
I think the older one was called James.
James.
And the younger one was called Jimmy.
Yeah, James the Sly and Jimmy the Grease Hands,
No, they were reputable archaeologists, these
I
gents.
Oh, yes, no, of course, yes.
And they found this little case of coins, which they gave to me at a very reasonable price.
Of course, yes.
Can we have a look at the coins?
Yes.
And he shows you to a small coin case, and inside you can see several coins which are very, very similar to the ones that you found. There's 8 coins in there. Sister Euphemia, please make an observation check.
Can I say to them, perhaps a bit of a mawkish subject for such delicate souls as us, but do you happen to know what they did with him once he was deceased? Did they bury him? Did they burn him?
Well,
What
they,
was-
they say that his body was left to rot
Oh. Ooh.
up in the
Oh.
trees, but folks got scared that he was going to come down from the trees in the dead of night and spirit them away and eat their souls. So
Oh,
they cut him down, and-
superstitions.
and they drove a stake through his heart, and they buried him at a crossroads.
Do you know which crossroads?
Yes. That
Well, you see, there's actually two schools of thought on that, because there's not a lot of four-way crossroads about here. There's a fair few T-junctions and the odd near crossroads, but the closest they could find, there's one just to the southwest of the Blasted Tree Inn. They say that he was buried under the crossroads there with a stake through his heart
That one?
and wild garlic strewn over the body. They say if you find a patch of wild garlic near there, that's where he's dead.
Oh.
But then there's also those as say that he was buried in a pauper's grave on the outskirts of St. Peter's and St. Paul's, because they wouldn't let him be buried in the churchyard, what with him being a criminal and a murderer.
Yes. No. Okay. Thank you for the information. You've been a very big.
Sister
You've been very
Euphemia, one of
interesting.
those coins is also the tool of Satan.
Your coins be cursed, my good man.
Sister.
I can
apologize.
feel Satan's breath upon them.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
You
sister.
find yourself sometimes ill, sometimes having a cold sweat come upon you for no reason.
Sister,
I
it's
do
okay.
actually.
I
sister.
can cleanse this place of the touch of Satan, but
But
I will
you're
need
not
to
wrong.
take the coin.
Nye, can you make a manipulation roll?
I figured. I actually, part of me wanted to interrupt Alton, but part of me was like, no, I really want to hear what the sister says. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. That's my one skill that I'm actually good at. And opening things that I shouldn't be. Oh, 3 successes.
Oh,
Everything from this man.
yes.
This
We'll take the
may
circuit.
actually be the single most gullible person you have ever met.
Okay.
You see his entire demeanor start to change as soon as Sister Euphemia starts asking him if he's felt ill. You were already getting a bit of a vibe from him from having.
Yes, that he was a good mark.
Yeah, he was a good mark, but he's a great mark. This
Okay.
guy could be taken for everything he's got.
I will. Okay, sister, please. I apologize. The sister is from a very recluse coven.
Nunnery!
Nunnery. What am I thinking of? Covet? Is that what I was thinking?
No,
Covet.
you're thinking of witches.
Apologies. I mean a nunnery. She's from a very recluse.
Cloister,
nunnery.
even. Maybe one of
Cloistered.
those.
Apologies. Pretends that I'm not saying these. Is from very cloistered nunnery, and she has a tendency to call things cursed. But I happen to be a collector of some of these coins, and I would like to purchase some, perhaps some of the ones that are cursed to ease the sister. Yes, I know, sister. I know. It's, and I do like a conspiratorial whisper. It's one of those programs, you know, to help, you know, to socialize, to get to bring. I know what
Rehabilitate.
Socializing.
No. Just like, you know, encourage the church and the actual people to talk is what I was trying to lean into.
Oh, it's the church in the
Yeah.
community program.
Exactly, yeah. I'm trying to pass myself off as like, you know, a nice person.
He immediately fishes out a little bunch of keys and unlocks the coin cases. Which one's the problem one, sister? You tell me.
Point.
I will point towards
Maybe
the cursed coin.
I also kind of want to subtly maybe point to some other stuff that looks nice.
No, this be the one.
Please take it. Take it away. My gut's been terrible of late, and if you think it's down to this coin, that's probably what it is. Yeah, definitely not the vast amounts of mustard he's been eating.
No, this has the breath of Satan upon it. It must be taken away and shriven.
Yes, of course.
Please do. Please take it away, sister, and pray for me if you would be so kind.
I will.
Sister?
What's your saint's day? Which saint shall I pray to?
I Nicholas.
There we go.
Saint Nicholas it is.
Yes. He was born on Christmas. Sorry, couldn't help it. Thank you. You've been a tremendous help, and it's been lovely. You've given us open eyes.
Thank you
to
so
the
much for
history.
bringing this holy lady into my
Of course,
museum. I'm most grateful.
That's what we're here for.
This is the work of Jesus.
Yeah. And
Right, back
and,
over at the church then. And the deacon comes back out a few minutes later. And he says, sorry to ask, Lieutenant, madam, are you at all familiar with the Reverend Huntingdon Smythe? Huntingdon Greaves.
Greaves. Yes, I've had the pleasure of making his acquaintance over the last few days.
Ah, excellent. So are you also staying at the hall?
I am, however, that's a little bit of a top secret arrangement right now. If I can keep that between us, hopefully a man of the cloth can be trusted with a bit of insider information.
But the Reverend's been spreading it.
But we've already got 6 men for our cricket team.
Stevenio, you
Now,
have
however,
from beyond.
I would love to show you, give you a damn good thrashing. However, I'm afraid the house won't be ready. I heard talk of an exhibition game, but I fear it's potentially galloping before we can trot.
I see. A terrible shame. I haven't played since boarding school. But do come through. The father is ready to see you.
Oh, excellent! Thank you.
And would you like some tea? Cordial?
Yes, tea.
Let me go and make some tea. And he shows you into a wood-paneled office, humble but solid, decent equipment. And sat behind it is a man of about 45 years of age, slightly thinning on top, slightly rounded. And he stands as you come in and says, Lieutenant, milady.
Father, thank you for granting us an audience.
Father Charles, pleasure to make your acquaintance. And you know the Reverend Huntingdon Greaves?
Well, yes, I've met him 2 days ago. We have spent a bit of time together.
Splendid chap. We spent many years together at seminary and at school.
Yeah, he seems like a perfectly upstanding fellow.
He's also half this man's age.
Yeah, but we do.
Yeah.
We make the assumption that he was like maybe a young teacher when he was a kid or some sort of assumption.
Yeah. It's like
now I understand
Occam's
you're
razor.
after some old records.
Yes. We're rather interested in the stories of this highwayman.
Yes. Now, the deacon did say, and I've got here, and he pulls out an old leather book. This is a history from about that sort of time. Now, it seems there's actually a slight irregularity in the records around that time, and he sort of flaps through the book cautiously but quickly. Yes, here it is. According to the church records, hanged, gibbeted, cut down, but before he could be buried in a pauper's grave, the body was stolen.
Stolen?
It would seem, yes. The body was stolen and spirited away, and nobody knows entirely what happened. And for years after, there were occasional reports of a ghostly spectre.
Yes.
Of a highwayman
this is
in
the
the area.
story that we're very we're fascinated by.
Now, what it does seem to suggest is an investigation at the time put it up to some youngsters stealing him away and setting him up in the woods just north of town.
Oh,
That's disturbing. Like
Yes,
disturbing teens.
He had something of a
Upper
following.
Upper Breaky Wood.
Indeed, yes, Upper Breaky Wood. He had something of a following among the young bravos of town, and they took umbrage at his sudden demise, and so they came out and they took his body away. But here's the thing: this is something that captured my attention. Over the next 6 months, as you can see, several of these same young men all died early deaths and in and around the Upper Breaky Wood.
Interesting.
Very strange. Now, I suspect
Foolhardy
that what's
chaps
happened is
rummaging around in the woods, falling down a ditch and breaking their neck.
Well, not so much the breaking of the neck. There are a few. There's a broken neck, but then we have a strange illness. One case of advanced aging, where he's reported to have died of old age despite being in his late teens. Some very curious circumstances, but very superstitious folk. So who can say for sure? And yeah, some heart attacks, again, quite uncommon in the young.
It's very strange.
But it does seem to be all of these young chaps who were the followers of Black Roy. Black Ray. It's difficult to make out whether that's an O or an A.
And are all of these chaps buried in the grounds?
Yes. I mean, these chaps were all, well, on paper, they were all God-fearing good folk. None of them were found guilty of any crime. None of them were sentenced to death. But death, it seems, found them. He giveth and he taketh away.
My mind is thinking of the button that is in my pocket watch that was found in the Upper Breaky Wood.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious how your boys fit into this. Does he have some kind of control?
Maybe
I'm just
they're
spitballing.
drawn towards reverence.
Yeah. Fascinating.
This is very interesting.
He's Big Boss Zombie.
Can I get a view of these? Not that I want you to name all of those people, Ben, but can I get a view of their names?
That's right, you don't.
And details, and like make a note of it in my
There's
notebook.
a lot of Jebediahs.
Just so I can find their graves if I needed to.
Yes. He's got the names of all of these young men there. The only name he's not sure on is the actual name of the highwayman.
Do you know if there are any? I'm not sure what he's reading. Kind of a history ledger or something. Is there anything about coins, like coins or treasure? Anything about that in there?
This is more sort of the
births, deaths,
book.
and marriages.
Yeah.
Yes. Just thought, just in case they're all found in possession of something. Okay. Very well.
Now, if you're talking about their possessions at time of death,
yes.
Now that is recorded in here.
I didn't know that.
Pocket knife, normal clothes, some coins.
It wouldn't be related because that's 300 years ago.
Yeah. Coins. Okay.
But yes, they do all appear to have had at least one coin on them.
We don't know that. Me and sister carry about like 20.
Got 2. You got a bag of silver.
Interesting.
Oh,
interesting. Okay. Does it say what happened to their possessions?
They would have been passed over to their next of kin.
Very well.
So I imagine any relics or artifacts of the time would be long gone by now.
Yes.
Or hoarded.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much, Father. This has been very interesting.
I would say you may be able to find some more information in the museum.
That's our
but
next stop.
Do have a care with poor old Quentin. He's a gullible chap and very easily led astray.
Why does he run the museum then?
So he is prone to the odd flight of fancy, but he is very keen on local history and does love to keep a record as much as he can.
A highwayman story is a particular favourite of many rural areas, isn't it? So I'm sure
very common around these parts. Yes,
so I'm sure he's got some juicy tidbits to discuss and finds it interesting himself. But Father Charles. Thank you.
Quite welcome. Pass on my regards to Heathcote, won't you?
Certainly. Yes, I will.
And he really must tell me what his diet and exercise regime is, because it's doing him the power of good.
Sorry, you said you went to
Seminary.
Seminary. My understanding of religious education is rather limited. When would that have been?
What year were you? Were you held back?
22, 23 years ago now.
Oh, that'd be a shame.
And it looks like the man hasn't aged a day.
Oh, so he was a small child when you knew he was on an advanced
he looks
course,
like he hasn't aged a day.
Literally.
Since I saw him last. Over 2 decades past.
Hey, that's the goal when we reach 40, to look like we did when we were 20.
He's the very image of the man I went to school with.
I don't.
I also do not.
Okay. Interesting.
Right.
Millicent, I think we should probably return to our companions, unless there's anything you wanted to ask the father.
No, not at all. Let's get back to the others and see what they found.
Very well. Thank you very much, Father Charles. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Always welcome, and glad to hear that the old hall is on the verge of, if it's not open yet, but on the verge of opening up.
Yes, I would say Sunday's probably a bit too early for a match, but I would say give it another fortnight. And
oh, wow, we're going to be quick.
The whites will be on, and the pads will be on, and I shall be ready.
There are a number of craftsmen around town who have heard a rumour that there may be some work going up at the hall, and they're certainly looking forward to that. So if you do need any work doing, there's plenty of folks in town who would be quite interested.
I want to see Mavis, but we'll run out of time.
Well, thank you very much for your assistance today. And
always welcome. And perhaps we'll see you on Sunday at church, if not for cricket.
Of course.
You're not going to go.
I'm going to go.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've got our own chapel and our own reverend.
And a sister.
And a nun, maybe.
Not sure about the reverend now.
Not sure about the
nun.
I was already not sure about the nun.
When you say not sure, you mean perfectly sure.
We know she's a nun. That's all that matters.
So, is there anything anybody else wants to do, or do you want to head back to the hall for your rendezvous?
Can I see Mavis? I'm questioning how willing the sister is going to be.
You mean little friend?
Yes, I have made.
It's nice.
Yes.
Has she let Jesus into her heart?
That's what I'm about to say. It's okay to talk about the Jesus stuff. I'm glad and I understand, but can we not only talk about Jesus? Can we talk about other
We could
stuff?
talk about the Holy Ghost, if you like, or we could talk about the man himself, the big G.
Can we not talk about religion? Do you have any other? I'm saying this as we head over to movies. Do you have any other hobbies? Any at all? You must do something at the nunnery, or have done something at the nunnery.
Not talk about. I kind of look up and down. Religion.
Yeah.
You are aware that I've given up everything to be a bride of Christ.
Yeah, but you must do something. You can't spend like 24/7. Yeah, well, like no. Or do you play sports? Do you have any hobbies? Do you like to read? Other
I
than
like to read the Bible.
Yeah, I preempted that. Yeah.
Where's the
anything
soap?
at all.
Yes, it does rather, doesn't it?
Oh, Ben, what are
Quite
you up
like
to
a
tonight?
sing-song.
Oh, well, that's good.
And
I'm
she
assuming
plays
religious
Warhammer
prayers.
40k.
And to play the organ. I like that
Oh,
as well.
Okay, right. I'm gonna say hi to Mavis if she's at our stall.
All right. So
All right,
what
I
I'm going
won't
to do is
embarrass
Ben,
you
you
in
missed an
front of your
organ
friend.
joke. What are you doing?
I know.
I figured I'd just got in the where's the soap. So I figured
Yeah.
following that up with an organ joke would be too easy.
Yeah.
The mighty
What
organ
I'm going
as
to do is
well.
I'm going to draw a nice little bow
Yeah,
on
that's
this
fine.
evening's session because
Right.
Nye going for a social call with his teenage friend is lovely role playing,
But we don't.
but
need to do
it
right
is
now.
11:30
No, I know. I
and
completely understand.
Yeah, yeah.
it's knocking on a bit. So I'm going to call it there. And you have picked up a load of new information
We have.
Me.
Holy
and some artifacts, and
Yes.
you fought the undead.
normal Tuesday.
Yeah, we did. And
So
now
join us
some-
next week for
some of us are
episode
quite broken.
9 of The Haunted Host of Hoxne Hall. And then we will be, when are we coming to a close? Activate calendar mode.
Because it's
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Deactivate
One more after that.
calendar mode.
yeah.
So yes, we've got next week, the 24th, and then our finale will be, next week is the last one. It's the
Yeah.
finale
Yeah.
next week.
Fine. Well,
So
we're
join
busy,
us
we're
next
busy.
week for part 9 and the finale
Yeah.
of The Haunted Host of Hoxne Hall. Will they finally come up against the terrifying revenant that has begun to
hope
prey
not.
on their mind? Will
will
they
it
be able
horribly
to
murder us
vanquish
all?
such a dread beast? Or will they
sounds
all
like
be
that.
murdered, saving me from season 2?
Oh, come on.
Well, you could always just release the werewolf brigadier, and then we're done for.
That's true.
I want to know what Culver turns into.
I want
Something.
to know what the Reverend turns into.
Well, he's a vampire.
There is some mileage there for a season 2 for this because there's all the other thingies. But
Yeah.
you had a
Yeah,
chance
all our
to
stuff.
take on the Brook Horse, and having a chance to take out the Revenant as well goes some way towards settling yourselves as the new Lantern Society.
Mhm.
Mm.
But yes, join us then. Don't forget to like, subscribe, go across to YouTube, check us out there.
Yep.
Pete's on a bit of a nostalgia binge at the minute.
Yeah.
So he's throwing up loads of compilations and our older shows. If you want to see
Yeah.
how the channel has progressed from early days in someone's spare room through to the finely crafted, highly technological
Yeah.
machine that we've become in more recent days,
Yeah.
go and take a look at some of our older shows. It might be time, if you haven't seen them yet, to start having a poke at the well-loved and quite famous Flint and Steel. Go on, Pete.
Yeah.
I can't do it with this microphone. It's too close to my
No,
mouth.
you can't do it with that microphone.
Normally I shout Flint and Steel.
he's that
Flint and Steel. Oh, hang on.
Oh, we got a follower, Lidos89. Thank
Yeah,
you very
Lidos,
much for
I'm gonna-
following.
Oh, the
Oh, he's got his
green
Warhammer
kind
though,
of-
so he's in the
yeah.
right place now. Pete's got a
yeah.
I
Warhammer.
need to turn
Yeah.
off my virtual
Yeah, 'cause
background,
it's-
otherwise people
You
can't
do.
see it.
So yeah, it might be worth your while checking out Flint and Steel, our
Yeah.
Warhammer fantasy role-playing game. No promises, but it may come in relevant at some point in the future.
I may have a Warhammer in the studio for a reason.
And we've got all the one shots and stuff in December, so that's gonna be awesome.
We've got
do.
December all one shots.
What have
with
we got,
loads of
Ben?
cool
What have we
games
got,
coming up.
Ben?
We have got loads of stuff that I've got on a separate file.
He
not
just-
open
I've
yet.
I've got it on another page, and I'm
Yeah,
talking
Tales of
slowly.
the Loop is one.
Well, I
We've got Tales from the Loop.
find
Millie
that.
the
Millie the GM,
is
who's
gonna
in
run
chat
that.
right now.
Yep.
Yay.
Hi, Millie.
Awesome.
Hi,
I'm
Millie.
really
Yep, we got
watching that.
Rifts.
Yep.
We've got
D&D, the new setting that I can't remember the name of.
yeah,
that's
Mythic Odysseys of
mythological.
Theros.
That's
I'm
it.
playing a
We-
centaur bard, Equinocles.
Yeah, awesome.
And
I will
playing
sing
a-
everything that I say.
And I'm going to play
Oh,
a
God.
satyr caretaker warlock
I'm
with a
so
baby critter. We've got Wild Sea.
Yep.
We've got Tales from
Yep.
the Loop.
Yep.
Mhm.
We got
We've
rifts.
got Rift.
We've got Twilight
we've
2000.
Twilight
that's the other
2000
one.
as long as it comes out in time.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got Wrath and Glory,
Yep.
special one shot.
We've got a game show.
We've got
Oh,
game
yes,
show.
The
yeah,
Great
we've
Far
got
Black
game
Game
show.
Show.
And now we're getting
Tuesday,
close to December.
22nd.
We really need to sit down and actually write that bad boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got Best Left Buried, although that may be
Best
moving
Left
to
Buried
January.
is probably moving into January
Yeah.
now,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yep.
We've
And
got
Those
Dark
Dark
Places.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Jonathan
shit.
Hicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
That game is out next week.
26th of November.
Week after. So 11
cool.
days hence.
Yes.
Those Dark Places is going to be out. And we're going to have another one of those on the channel with the man himself running us through it.
Yes.
And perhaps I will do my courageous French accent once more.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah, but we got loads and loads of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And then in the new year, we've got stuff. I am doing Coriolis on the Free League channel in January. Pete happens to have a Warhammer in the studio for no particular
No.
reason.
Well, he has
No.
because Christmas is coming. He needs to crack nuts, but and he refuses to get an actual nutcracker, so he just gets a giant Warhammer.
I've seen people get cracked in the nuts with a Warhammer. It's not fun.
No, that's not nice either.
Yes. I'm preparing. I need to
doesn't
get
sound
the right
nice.
swinging arc for the Warhammer in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there might be something coming in January. I can't really talk about it yet. There's because if it happens, it's going to be like a small thermonuclear device going off on the channel, which will be
We do
which would be
have a
awesome.
thermal
in a good
nuclear
way,
device.
not
Oh,
A
not
very
that-
small one, though.
yeah,
Yes,
just
Very
yeah,
small.
Yeah.
a small one.
Yes, if things go according to the grand and glorious plan, a small tactical nuke may well be set off.
Roger's pointing out
Yeah.
that it's his Warhammer that I have, and yes, it is Roger's Warhammer, but I have it, and we're on lockdown,
Yeah.
baby, so you can't come and get it.
I don't actually know where my Warhammer's gone. It's
Aw.
I went through my LARP kit the other day. I got a bucket load of swords, but no hammer, which is a shame.
I-
Oh, I know what happened. It fell apart because it would be like 20 years old now. That's what happened to my Warhammer.
Tends to happen, doesn't it?
Don't build them to last.
So you should have put
Yeah.
it in a bucket.
And there's Coriolis, isn't there? On the
Yes,
Free
the
League channel.
Scheherazade
Yeah.
protocol.
That's cool. And then we're cooking up all of the games that we want to run in the new year. I have a list of things, including
It gets
such
longer
stuff
each
as
day.
Traveller, Zweihander, Planescape, and other things. I have
And
a
then we've
feeling
got-
Planescape might come out from Wizards of the Coast. So
Seasons as well. We've got second seasons
yeah.
of
Yeah.
things.
Pathfinder.
So Path of the Pilgrims, season 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Alien, definitely we've got some
Yes,
more
yes.
Alien
Oh yeah,
coming out.
there'll be more
We're
Alien.
going to be fighting over who's doing Alien. I want to do one. Pete wants to do one. Rog even threatened to do one at one point. And Rog
What?
never GMs.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Roger's got to
and-
do a World War II game, surely. That's
Well, I think we can trust Roger with Twilight 2000.
Nye's going to do a superhero game, aren't you?
No,
Nye?
he's
Yes.
going to do super his
I don't
hero
know when
game.
I'm
yeah.
doing that, but I'm doing it at some point. Yes.
We'll get it in there definitely. Maybe that's
Yeah, I
like
know.
New Year.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm totally down for that. Yeah, I need to write up the one shot, but that's fine.
Cool.
So yeah, we're going to have a mixture of one shots and second seasons
Yeah.
and
Fractured
long-running
Empire, my Star
campaign
Wars
games.
show. I
Oh,
would like to
yeah,
bring that back.
shit.
That would be cool.
Oh,
Oh,
any Genesis
says
says Bubble Reg.
yeah,
Ooh, I
oh,
wonder who
oh,
could
Bubble
possibly
Reg,
be
who
running
would-
Genesis.
Who would be saying that? Yes, we will get some more Genesis. I thought it was going to be familiar in a more urban setting. Than
Oh, now
last time.
Cyberpunk Red. Don't know. Maybe none of us have got it yet.
It's just hit Drive Through RPG as the full game, and it went Mithril Seller in like
In
3
a
seconds.
day.
I was looking at it
So-
earlier on, and I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was tempted to do like a one shot, which was the Carbon 2185 characters we had, transformed into Cyberpunk Red characters as a one shot to try the game out.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a crack at some point.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know about whether that's running or playing. But it'd be cool. It does look very, very cool.
Volcane
said
UK
cool
is
too many
starting a
times now.
campaign this weekend. Good luck with that, Volcane.
And
Let us
the
know how it goes
Redstones.
on the Discord.
Yeah, talk about that stuff. It's awesome.
Mm.
I like knowing what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so come over and join us on the Discord, say hi, drop in. We've got a lovely little community. We're starting to get fan art, which blows
Yeah.
my
And
mind.
it's not
Absolutely.
it's
theory.
seriously fucking awesome fan art as
It
well
is.
from Narrative Zeka. It's like, well, you love it because it's Kuznetsov coming out of his shuttle in Desolation's Edge.
Yeah.
That's a
Which-
good point. On Thursday, we forgot about mentioning Thursday, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Free League Channel, Thursday, Desolation's Edge, our alien UPP investigation of a strange little system on the edge of known space and what's going on there. We suspect shenanigans.
Always shenanigans.
Suspect, you know.
No.
The ending of the
No
last episode
shenanigans.
was kind of like, oh. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. So everyone join us on the Free League channel on Thursday.
Join
And we
to-
don't have a show tomorrow.
No.
Nope.
We have the night off tomorrow, and I
Yep.
say night off because what I've got to do instead is a crap ton of schoolwork so that I can be free on Thursday.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun.
Cool.
but that's all from me, and that's all
Thanks very
from
much.
us. Thank you very much for joining us, and good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.